Actually, one of you can
I
like
like the
deafen
argument.
in chat and then just listen if people
In chat and then just listen.
I think it
If
sounds
people
fine.
in chat and then just listen.
Link it and I'll open it up.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, give us a link to your Twitch.
All right, I should not.
All right, so are we just ranking the teams or ranking people?
All right, does that link work? Like press that and
Nice
see people.
thumbnail.
Thank you, thank you.
Lax poop fart and then a world poly thumbnail. Is that it?
Yeah, that's it. All right, TDK will
That's
let us
nice.
know in a sec if it sounds. I think it sounds.
Yeah, it's
fine.
working.
Okay.
It's working. It's working.
All right, let's go.
It is working. Yeah.
Oh wait, I need to fucking pee. Be right back.
Sounds good. Maybe you're a little quiet, Lax, but everything else is good.
Overlay works good too.
What do you mean overlay? It's literally you just streaming the screen.
No, I mean the top left when you
top
see.
left. Yeah. I had the thing where you play and pause, like the
Right.
thing in the corners, so I didn't see it.
Does anyone want to play a free for all right now?
That'll take way too long. I don't think unless Lax is like a legendary slow peer.
Well, I'm focused on this PPP Cup game.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Adam might lose his undefeated status to Boof.
The mighty boofer.
Dude, ran into a real
Snaga's
opponent
about-
finally.
Snaga's about to link, by the way, despite Lax being gone.
Wait, don't
It's too late for that.
Oh yeah, it's a wrap. He's already typing.
Bush ran to Smog Taurus to tell Snaga not yet.
Our season's over, bro.
Is that a scarf? Is that Scarf Lucario?
It's a great not yet.
That's definitely the only reason it would ever Thunder Punch. So yeah.
Oh, look at lived.
Alright, do you guys
Wow,
have
ABR's
the links and shit? Let me find
What?
Bro, it
Yeah,
didn't even
Snaga's
do,
ready when you are.
Okay.
It didn't even do 18, dude. Oh,
Really?
man.
Spin
links?
is broken. Fuck. What is going on? Alright, I put a tier
Wait,
maker
what do you
here,
mean?
but you guys don't need to see that. Okay.
It's working for me. The pace win.
Paste spin?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, now it's working. Fucking. Alright.
Oh, I need that too, actually. I need the.
Alright.
He linked it before. If you scroll up a
Is
bit.
it really Lex went to pee? Like, is that the proper English?
Yeah.
Yes.
Shouldn't it be like Lex went peeing?
No.
No.
Yeah. Well, that just sounds so weird. I don't know.
Alright.
Like he went to the bathroom. He didn't went to pee. You know what I mean?
I understand what you mean, but what I said is fine.
No, yeah. I mean, it is fine. It just I don't know.
Oh, are we teaching
Oh,
you
it's-
English?
It's also.
Bro, this space bin is not opening up, bro.
Yeah, it's paste spin
Wow.
is funky, but it takes a while, but it does. Alright, I have everything
This
set
looks
up.
fine.
I have it
Yeah.
open too.
Yeah, I just muted your Twitch stream. I'm just gonna.
Is it really double
It is
scarf?
Scarf Metagross, right?
Well,
No,
yeah, like,
I don't think so.
unless it's like
Well,
Jolly
faster than
Rose and
Gyarados, then.
Adam and Gara.
Because it was Scarf Lucario. I wouldn't think they're both Scarf.
Yeah.
Maybe they are, bro. Maybe they are.
Yo.
Kind of weird.
Jolly Grow sounds weird.
Alright, should we finish the series and then start? Fuck it. Who's winning?
Point game one.
Okay. It's a vote.
Carvrachi?
Oh,
Oh, Scarf? Oh, no.
this is Scarfrachi 100%.
Yeah.
Oh. Maybe I don't lose, bro. Oh, never mind.
Oh,
Wait a
It's
minute.
Scarf and Burning.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Well, this one's anyway.
Extreme Speed could win from Dragonite.
Oh, you're
first
right.
last is gonna be what, Tar?
Is it Band Dragonite?
I don't know.
Yeah,
Probably
Tar
DD.
or Kingdra.
It's probably DD Knight. Just E speed.
Oh wait, no, AVR just wins, because Boof went to fucking... Oh no, he's Scarf Inferno. Oh, this is actually close, right? Because if
It
T-Tar
depends
dies-
on Boof's last.
Yeah, he just needs something that, what, baits outrage or no? Yeah, locks him in so he can't E-speed the Infernate,
Yeah.
and then he can like flare blitz maybe win. I don't know.
Huh. I wonder what Boof's last is.
Oh, maybe it's not fair.
Oh,
Oh shit!
Probably
Is that
banned.
banned Mach? There's no way that kills normally, right?
Yeah.
It's banded. Yeah.
well,
That's why it's
definitely
Flare Blitz
blinded.
too.
Otherwise, you wouldn't have clicked. Well, it would have. You wouldn't have switched out.
How much do you think Mach does to Dragonite?
Jack shit, probably.
Yeah.
No, but it's gonna switch in on rocks, then it's gonna be a 51.
And
So
then pick
after
sand, yeah.
he can't DD, I don't think.
If it does like 24, maybe.
It could DD. I think. Yeah.
I think
That's
it's
what he's.
20.
is faster, so I don't know.
Yeah, he's speed definitely.
No, no, it's not.
E-speed is not
Thing.
faster in DPP.
Wait,
Mach Punch is
what?
faster.
Well, it is
It'll be faster
faster
after
after.
DD. Yeah.
Yeah,
Wait.
okay, after DD it is, but before DD, E-speed and Mach have the same priority level.
Okay,
Yeah.
so he can DD then. He could DD and then he's.
That is some bullshit,
Yeah,
bro.
he can DD, yeah.
Damn, I didn't know.
He
dude,
should
I don't know
DD.
shit about Pokemon mechanics. Holy.
But isn't Boof's last gonna be Scarf then? Because the Jirachi was not, and the Infernape is not.
True. It should
I mean,
be.
sure.
So it's like a Rotom. Adam just loses.
Because the team
It
is
could easily
pretty.
be a Rotom, too.
Is this ABR's potential first loss in Classic?
Yes.
Maybe.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh?
Yeah. Well,
Wait,
Oh.
what?
ABR wins, dude.
Fire
I'm-
Punch. Could be Fire Punch. Could be Fire.
Could be Shucka.
Punch.
Could be Shucka. Or just bulky. No, there's no way. It's Scarf.
If he has to Outrage, then Mach Punch can crit.
Why is the team so slow?
I don't
You know,
know.
Boof won with ease if he didn't lock into Flare Blitz, but
Yeah.
close combat.
Where did he flare blitz?
On
On
turn.
the Metagross? Why? Yeah, why did he do that? Shit.
15, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't do any damage.
Wait, what if he saved Jirachi instead of T-Tar? Could Jirachi have just won? In the same sequence? I don't know.
I don't know.
Also, Mach did 15. That's ass.
Well,
Alright,
if
do you want
if
to
you
watch this game?
if you
Or get started? I don't mind either.
I don't care either way. Whatever you prefer.
I mean,
Bro.
Fine with either, yeah.
hey, wait, can I be heard?
yeah.
I can't see my thing pop up on the Switch.
Oh wait, shit.
I
I
don't
see you.
pop up.
You're at the top though, Bush.
Oh.
Maybe-
The overlay might be fucked.
No, it's good. It's good.
Hello? Oh, the stream has a delay. I'm sure that.
Oh yeah. Okay. Okay. I thought you knew that. Never mind. We're good.
I forgot. Oh my god.
All right. All right. Fuck this DPP series. We could watch it on the side. Let's get started.
Yeah,
Alright.
just link
Alright.
it in the channel. Someone tell Snaga.
All right. Snaga. Where the fuck?
Okay.
Tell him it's time, bro. It's time.
It's time. Okay, I think he did because like 7 people just instantly.
He did it. He did it.
All right.
He did it.
Let's get started. So
All
we're
right.
He said and someone else instead of Bush.
Hey. Nah.
all right. We've got quite the cast here.
That's not right.
Yo, what's the command for the SCL avatar?
They're probably
It's not up yet.
Showdown?
Yeah.
Yeah,
But-
they're not up yet.
Bro, ask again in like a month.
Yeah, they're. It's gonna take a while, man. Don't don't wait on it.
Yeah.
All right, sure.
All right. So we've got quite the cast here. We've got professional Ghosty Elodin. I don't know about
Yeah, that's me.
That's him. We got Bushtush, probably the best player of our generation.
Dang, that is facts. That is facts.
Wash manager Tony. We've got 38.
Present.
DK, and we're missing
Hello.
Snaga. Oh wait, we also have Gary. Yeah, the manager Gary.
Hello.
Ryan.
All right, got the boys. I think we should just go down the line of how this pace spin is, because that seems the
That works
easiest.
for me.
And then we put shit on this power ranking that I made. We got S, best team, probably gonna win the tournament. Maybe there isn't even a best team, honestly. Like, maybe it's close enough that there isn't, but we'll see. The contenders, which is like playoff makers, average, suboptimal, which is the roses and then the D, the no shot teams that just have absolutely zero chance of actually qualifying, in our opinion, of course. All right, we got the Orange Islanders. What do you think of these guys? Their OU core is Ox, Gamma, and Devin. Which is all right, I think. Ox and Gamma are pretty good. I'd say they're gonna be like 6-4, maybe 6-3, 5-4, and Devin I think will go like 2-7. But besides that, it seems solid.
I think it's an
I think this is
interesting.
a pretty solid core.
I think it's an interesting core of Ox and Gamma, because I feel like some of Gamma's teams in World Cup seemed a little lacking, and Ox was really on point in World Cup. And I feel like he's like one of the most active OU players builders at the moment, other than like Storm Zone. So I feel like the two are gonna work well together
Yeah,
in that
maybe
regard.
Ox
If
can, like, rein him
if they're like
in.
receptive,
Yeah.
yeah.
And then Devin is also
I-
known for creating like random stuff. Like, he just makes whatever he wants and just uses it. So yeah, they definitely have an interesting building dynamic. They're all builders.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
will also depend on how Gamma fares, because he's pretty moody, like with his performances. So we'll have to see how he does.
Hey, he's been popping
I mean,
off in the individuals, honestly.
I mean, Gama was like, during World Cup, he was pretty motivated. After World Cup ended, I didn't really keep up with Smogon at all, so I wasn't really like watching Grand Slam or Classic or OLT or any of that, but he was pretty motivated during World Cup. But I don't really think having someone like Ox the Fox is going to, like, having a solid builder doesn't really do anything for Gama, because he just doesn't change his mind. So, like, that was the most annoying part. Like, Gama was playing really well during the entirety of World Cup, and then every game he lost, he was just getting 6-0'd on preview to like sub CM, taunt Feeney, and stuff like that. Because for some reason his Heatran had like Will-O-Wisp and sub, and we were like, dude, this is for sure awful. But he's like, I don't care. We literally, like, during tiebreak versus, I don't remember what team it was. Who eliminated us? Do you guys remember? It was Germany, right?
Germany.
Yeah, it was
yeah.
Germany.
Yeah.
Tiebreak versus Germany, me and Mincemeat were like, Gamma, look, this is a ban list. This is a ban list. You can't use any of these mons in any of these sets. And then it included like Scarf Hydreigon, like Sub CM Keldeo. And then after like a day, he was like, I don't care about any of your opinions. I'm just going to bring this. And then he posted a random team and he won. So, like, I don't know how much of a difference having solid builders is going to make for Gamma, but I mean, if he's motivated, he's going to do well for sure. This is his tournament. Like, he always does well, I think.
Oh man, that's like something you never want to hear as a manager, right? Like, I'm just gonna bring whatever I want, and given his track record of not exactly performing to his.
I mean, if there's a manager that's cool with that, it's Dave.
That is
right?
true. Dave
There's
does
also
not
that.
give any shits. That's
Dave likes Gamma for Gamma, so I think it'll be fine.
Yeah, but
and I think it works
it'll just
too.
come down to him, right? Like, if he gets the right matchup, the right sets versus the right teams, or if he
Right.
just gets 6-0'd by Subcom and Tom Feeney. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ox is definitely the
Something else I wanted to point out, by the way, is they have Ruby Blood as one of their substitutes, who
Oh, there's
could
no
also
subs here.
end up being a starter week 1 over Devin. I'm not sure which of the two will actually start, but if Devin starts off slow, they can sub him out for Ruby,
Ruby has good.
who's also in like OLT
good-
playoffs.
I saw those games. He has like pretty decent showings, I'd say. Like, he seems like solid. Like, he knows the tier, how to play, kind of. Devin, on the other
Right.
hand,
Also seems very motivated,
Yeah.
so
I'm not sure.
I
how
expect him to
motivated
play
Devin
at some
is,
point.
But Devin has had really, really bad showings in like every single tournament, including individuals and team tournaments. So not a lot of faith for that.
Jesus
but,
Christ.
I mean, I'll just be honest. Like, I think
He did qualify for OLT, which is good.
That's
but
true. I'm sure
yeah.
he's a good guy, but didn't he 0-3 in OLT or something?
No, he
Nah, he's still
qualified.
in, I think.
He's
in, yeah.
He,
Oh, he's
he,
in.
he already
Okay.
qualified for the next round.
Oh,
Yeah.
that changes it a bit. Yeah. I don't know. The past tournaments I've watched him, I think he used like Sharpedo or something, and he just lost, or he lost to Sharpedo. It was one of them.
I mean, yeah, that's an option. That's an option.
Either way, not the best look. For doubles, Mish is good as fuck. Clearly from finals of doubles OST, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mish.
Yeah.
Mish. Yeah.
Mitch.
Yeah. We don't. None of us really have doubles expertise, but if you just go off a doubles OST, he did.
Well, Tony does.
Wait, is this Mish?
This
Yeah,
is the,
this is
the
Mish.
Dugong Mish guy. The same one.
Wait, it's really him? It's
Yeah, it's
Mish?
really
I
him.
didn't know that was an
It's,
actual
it's
person.
the real
He
deal.
talks?
The actual Mish.
The actual Mish.
Wait, I thought he only... What? This guy is definitely like the MVP of the tournament already. I didn't know he could speak. I thought he only spoke in like Mish emoji.
No, this is literally Mish, not Demantoid.
Wait,
Yeah. Oh,
Two
Demantoid
different
is the
people.
one that only Demontoid, Demantoid, whatever. He's the one that says Mish.
oh,
only.
yeah, okay,
Mish
okay.
actually
Oh,
has
no,
a
he's-
personality.
And this is the Mish.
Oh, I see. Okay, that's fire then.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll do well given his OST performance. He just needs support, and I'm sure they have that set. Exeline for Ubers, I don't know. This is another big question mark. It's the Sexaline. Everybody knows him, but does everybody know him for his play? Is the real question.
The answer is no.
Answer.
The answer, unfortunately, is no.
He's probably.
I think he could do well.
Yeah, I mean, Uber's community is pretty high on him, so, and I think he's my teammate for Uber's Premier League, so I think, and he's pretty good there, so I think he'll do it.
Ubers just seems really strong. Like, if you picked
I mean,
a
that team
weakest
has,
person,
like-
it would be like Byron and Xline, right? Those are like the two weakest.
I
Yeah.
mean, that team has like 3 worst players.
That's true. Staxy and Stone. I don't know if Stone actually.
No,
supports.
like, I mean,
They got Fat Fighter. My
They
guy,
have-
Fat
Yeah,
Fighter.
they have Fat Fighter on the bench, and they have TJ and PU.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he should get good teams at the very least. Then it'll come down to his play. So he could do all right. I'm not sure.
I think he'll do fine. He won the Uber's Ladder Tour this year, and
Oh, that's
like he's good at current gen Ubers.
okay.
If he doesn't get banned, he's fine. I think.
yeah.
Why would he get banned? Does he have the bigot boost? The Bagoost?
Oh, dude, he's been banned like 3 times.
For what?
He just gets
Yeah.
mad at people.
Oh, okay. One of those. It's okay. We have Bushtush here. We can't really.
Yeah, he's one of those.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Their lower tier core is pretty interesting. They have Indigo Plateau, ODR, and On Arceus. Indigo Plateau. He's not had the best performances, but he seems knowledgeable about the tier, and like he did in the snake that I dropped him too. So
I like how you trash the living shit out of Devin, and then 07 Indigo Plateau comes along, and you're like, well, it's not the best per se.
He's trying his best. He's a good guy.
He has like good ideas, and he's nice.
I think IP's improved.
Just loses literally every game.
But also,
I think-
that snake was a while ago, right? Like, and he
Yeah,
has
I
played
think
in
IP's
UPL and
improved.
done all right. Like his game versus
Yeah.
me was really close. Like he almost got me. There's like one turn. That made the
He
difference.
did really well.
He's-
in
he's
that
always good.
UPL. I don't remember.
He's always
no,
good in UUPL. Yeah.
No, I don't remember his record exactly, but I'm pretty sure this was his best UPL this year compared to all the previous ones. He also performed pretty well. Like, just looked good in the games compared to,
Yeah.
like, you know,
Maybe Gen 8
just
is his
winning.
thing. I'm not saying
Yeah.
he's like a 6-3 record guaranteed, or like he could be like a 4-5, 5-4 maybe.
We'll have to
or
see.
Even 07 again.
It really depends on how hard Ojama flashbacks might hit, given that it's an official tournament again.
Yeah, the mental scarring from
If-
Ojama. How that.
No, but legit, I'm actually serious. If mentally he's confident and feels good about being in an official tournament again, I think he could do well. But if that pressure starts looming again as soon as the tournament starts, then 0-2 into sub.
Yeah, definitely one of the
They-
wild cards. Like, who knows what he could do, really. It all comes down to him, his mental.
They have
Carson's right though. He was good in UUPL. He definitely was.
they have Avarice as a sub. Who I
Avarice?
don't think is
I
good.
know that name. I think they build a lot, and they're like pretty.
Yeah,
active on
yeah,
some
they
farm
do.
PLs.
They're also a prolific cheeser.
Oh hell yeah! Cheese wins.
Prolific.
And PU Open, like pretty far in, they used acupressure Serena versus Termi,
Okay.
and it won one of the with bright powder, and it won one of the games. I remember
That's
this.
fucked up.
Okay.
Someone mentioned they also have PDT, and I actually would have. I remembered they had PDT. I would have actually thought
Right,
he would
yeah.
start over Indigo Plateau.
Oh, true.
Yeah,
I
Because
missed.
PDT has.
I am a bit
had
surprised by
lot-
them.
Yeah, he's had a lot of good performances, like in Slam and like UPL and shit. Like that's a little surprising. He has a lot of faith in IP.
Yeah.
Honestly, like just
I mean, this is
looking
a.
at the team,
He might
first-
start. We don't know the actual lineup,
That's
right?
true.
So he could
Just seeing
definitely
the
start.
team, Yeah, I would personally start PDT because he seems motivated and really into it. And I think he would try like super fucking hard.
But yeah, honestly, just looking at the lineup, I think one of the things this team does relatively well is that they invested a lot in their OU core. Like, I don't know the prices exactly, but I'm assuming Ox and Gamma were probably really expensive, right?
At least like
But-
40K.
It was in the 20s. Ox was in the 20s.
Also above 20. Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
Gama was
but
doing
then
it.
they also like they don't like spend a lot of money at low tiers. They'd rather just invest in the players who are going to be cheap, but they have the proper support to maybe make them do really well for themselves. I think that's pretty smart. Like if Indigo Plateau does well, he definitely has the support on his team to do well. I think
Definitely,
because everyone like there's a lot of people who can help him build and prepare for his games for sure. So that's a pretty smart strategy in my opinion. Kind of like
And
it.
if he doesn't do well, they have PDT, who is a jack of all trades.
Yeah,
So
honestly.
he can sub into any of, I think, UURU and UP. I feel like.
Yeah, and then rounding them out, they have on Arceus TJ and Bullacroc who have been like farming their respective tiers
Yeah.
for a bit. So they're not. Yeah, they're like solid. Yeah, this team isn't. I wouldn't say this team is bad. Like there's a few question marks. Like will IP play well? But then we have PDT anyways. Will X-Line play well? But we have like a million Uber support. And then Devin
Yeah.
and Ruby Blood, like just those three are like the ones I would be like a little concerned about. But at the end of the day, it's like
Really?
not that huge.
Not on Arceus or Bullycroc?
On
They're new.
Arceus is the
They
goat,
haven't.
bro.
Yeah.
There's no doubt in my mind. He doesn't know who I am.
I have
but
to
he's-
see him win against non-Snaga people first. I don't
that's
know.
true.
I
His
Never
record was
seen-
inflated by Snaga. That is a valid point.
They have PDC, like we talked about before. They had PDT to sub for on Arceus if he doesn't perform well, and also Taz is a sub for Bullacroc.
Yeah. I don't know
That
a
makes
lot about
sense.
Bullacroc, but I do remember his name being thrown in, and like he was doing really well in LCPLs and shit. So who knows where that could go.
Who knows?
All right.
Hmm.
Anything else to say about this team, or should we try to place them?
TJ's good.
Oh, I think TJ
Probably
is really good, yeah.
better at Ubers. Better at Ubers than PU though. So I don't know if
He farms
I,
this
Yeah.
pool though. This PU
Yeah, I
pool.
think
he should definitely like 6'3" or better. I think as
Unless
well.
I don't know. Unless I'm forgetting someone, I feel like he would do better than that. Because I just feel like he's better than the rest of the pool.
Yeah.
Well, there's some threats, right? Like Niter, Xcal.
Yeah. XCal.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, I think he farms. I do think he farms. I think it should be pretty easy for him.
I was
He's
gonna
farmed
say
more
6'3"
PU than he would in
for TJ.
Ubers.
I would put TJ like 7'2", 8'1" maybe in this pool. Like I think he got a lot of
Yeah,
experience.
that's what I
in
was
World
thinking.
Cup, and I think he'll do really, really well.
Got smashed by Carson though in PUPL.
That is true. That was a great game. Honestly, I like that. That made me want to play PU in Snake or SEL.
I like PU. It's cool.
All right. So this team,
Let's place
I
him.
feel
would you guys?
I
put
feel
them-
like this team. I feel like this team has alternatives in case something goes wrong. But the question is, will the alternatives work?
I'd put it at C. If it was me, I think I'd put them at C. Or
Wow,
maybe B.
All right. I was thinking average. Like I
Damn.
think their OU core with Ox and Gamma is really strong, and then their lower tiers they have ODR, they have TJ who are like pretty top tier in their respective tiers. They have Mish finals of doubles OST. Like besides the question marks, their core of like people that will win consistently, I feel like is there.
Yeah, I feel like the
Alright,
team is
so-
going to be pretty consistently, average. I think I would probably
I
put it
think they could
average
be-
too, but
Wait,
I don't think they're going to
they're
be really
definitely
bad.
contenders. You guys don't think this team could make playoffs?
They can, but
Yeah, they can.
Again, maybe.
Yeah, I think.
May, but
Just based on
but they just have. Yeah, I think they just have a lot of. There's a lot of pressure on those like 3 or 4 guys to perform every single week. So I think if they can do that, yeah. But I think otherwise it might be an uphill battle. Maybe.
Yeah, that's true.
yeah, like these.
I think there's
they're-
too many people in the starting lineup that haven't started a full Snake or SPL before
also-
to put them in contenders.
It's the main occurrence.
Yeah.
Because even someone like Mish, this is the first time Mish is going to start in a team tour, and Mish is someone that has been vocal about being nervous in team tournaments before
Right.
and not really feeling like handling that pressure. Exaline's sheet record is trash. Indigo Platoon's sheet record is trash. ODR went like 4-4, picked ahead of Ajna last year.
Oh yes. You know,
Yeah,
Do
just put
better
him in
this year.
C, bro. Just put him in C.
I think
Yeah.
that's weird, by the way, that he was picked before. Actually, I
honestly,
also
I
Yeah,
think C.
I felt like pointing that out. That made no sense at all.
Like,
But
so
yeah,
the
no, ODR is really
players-
good though. I think ODR is one of the best RU.
Yeah, their players are like really like their core of people we expect to do well are good, but at the same time in previous tournaments they've all done really badly. Like Ox in SPL, right? He went like 1-5.
Yeah.
Gamma has gone like
Yeah.
1-7 in multiple tours. ODR
Yeah.
even.
Th-
went,
This
like,
is
what,
this is
4-4?
yeah, one of the hardest recency bias lineups you'll ever see. Like
is.
Ox turns it around in World Cup, 20k to this team. Mishimono makes finals of doubles OST as like the main result. Starts here. On RC as 1 NUPL starts
No,
here.
He did not even win an UPL. He just beat Snaga twice.
Nah, he won.
honestly, yeah.
He won.
If they continue that trend, then they should do well. But there's just no guarantee because they haven't done it in an official tournament yet.
Yeah, I think that
Yeah.
lack
Yeah.
of guarantee makes us put them at C.
like I was saying before, I think the team is like, I think they're going to do pretty consistent, but I really don't see them overperforming. Like I would kind of be stunned if they made playoffs, but I don't really think they're going to be like the worst team in the tour either.
Yeah.
I
Agree.
think they're just going to be
Yeah.
average.
There's
No matter
upsides
what.
and there's also like very risky people. So would you guys agree with C for that?
I think C's fine.
All right.
He is good.
Yeah, I do B or C, definitely not D.
We can move them up later.
Yeah, if we'll
That's
compare it
true,
to the
we
rest
can.
of the teams. So
Yeah.
next
By
we
the
have
way,
Tony's
can we
team.
shout out the logos?
Oh yeah, the
Oh,
logos.
so good.
Fucking well, not the Melmetal one. I don't know. Do they have a logo yet?
No.
No, they don't.
Yeah.
So I just found random
Yeah.
scuffed Melmetal and I was like, we'll just use that for now. But yeah,
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
they're so good though. You're right.
You can go ahead and move the platoon to S whenever you feel like. By the way.
All right, so we got Tony's team next, and this is a kind of a frustrating team because the main thing in my
Frustrating.
mind- I'm like, why the fuck did Tama go for 8,000 credits? Which it makes no sense.
He's
Like,
he's the cheapest starter on the team.
dude, that's crazy because
He's
like,
Yeah,
he
that's-
was awful in
that's
SPL
so
as a
stupid.
teammate, but he still won like some games. Like he still is a good
Yeah.
player. Like how is he 8K? That's just absurd.
Yeah, I was confused by that too. Like how he only went for 8K.
Yeah, like
I don't know.
I don't know, bro.
I feel like this team in general though is like extremely going to be hit or miss.
Yeah, this is the
I think
riskiest team.
almost every single
I-
slot
I-
can completely fall over and do terrible.
That's what makes
and
it
also
terrifying, though.
a
at
lot
the
could
same
do really
time.
well.
Yeah.
If this team had any other manager, I would put them in D,
Oh,
like
easily.
straight up.
Yeah.
Really? You put them in D?
It's
What
not
kind of
that risky.
lineup?
You guys are crazy.
Literally, the
No,
only reason
I-
these guys would be contenders is if Tony was the manager, because you have some aura that like makes people try, and all the guys on your team, with like the Evagaros or the Kinks, they just wouldn't give a shit, right? Like, look at this. We have Poek, Gondra, Tama, CBB, Kush. Tell me how many lines they're gonna have on the Evagaros? Like, 3, 5?
Oh.
Yeah, that's maybe a fair point.
That's generous. But if you can make these guys like come together, that's like a threatening team. But yeah, it's a huge question.
Yeah.
This is such a Tony team too. Like you can tell that these are the players that you can understand why he'd want each and every single one of these players, honestly. Because, like, you could imagine some people would not want to have someone like Poek or Tama after, like, their
Oh, yeah.
SPLs and World Cups with Poek bringing Sun or whatever, right? That was pretty lackluster, but, you know,
Also, don't
Tony's going
forget
to make
Slam.
them, like, work with them.
That's a funny point because at the same time, like this is not a Tony team, but then it also is a Tony team, right? Like,
Yeah,
it's
I
weird.
guess.
It's definitely weird. Like I'd never see Tony drafting like CBB or something in like a tournament.
But yeah, though. But I wanted to also try and get people I hadn't teamed with before, because that's fun. And yeah, I have like an SPL after this with like a couple retains already very probable, so it's gonna look like the same type of team again. So I figure I could use this tour as like a blank canvas and just not commit to anyone and just bid on people until I like the price and get like people like Storm Zone, Tamahome, Poex, CBB. Never teamed with those before, so I was like, that could be fun.
Yeah, it does
Let's
sound
try
fun. It definitely does. So we have Storm
Yeah.
Zone, Tama in the German. That's a good core. I would like this core a lot. Storm Zone
That might be the best OU core in the tournament, I'd say.
could be
One of the best, anyway.
Storm Zone. He ended my career, so I can't really be like, oh, he's like hit or miss, or like, oh, he's like misses all. I don't know. I can't say that. I'm just gonna say he's good. He knows how to build. He's gonna have a lot of time is gonna be put into building for Tama and Michaelder, because I don't think they build. That's just an assumption, but I know Tama doesn't build, and I'm assuming the Germans all work together to build. So Storm Zone
Yeah,
is
that's
gonna have to
true.
build for both
That's
of them.
true.
But at the same time,
Yeah.
there's that log of him being like, I've created 60 different archetypes of Pokemon teams, and it's like that's definitely not an issue. He's just gonna give them teams, and
Yeah,
there's a good
but
chance.
but
they
then in SPL he was using like Pharaoh, D-Knight, Scarfini every week.
Yeah, he did regress a little bit, but I think he switched it up a lot in World Cup. He brought like a mix between offense teams and like Kyurem teams and shit. Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, honestly, I think Storm Zone is really like, I don't know. I feel like people are only now giving him the proper value. He's really good, in my opinion. He's the perfect player that I could think of to have on a team with Tama. I think they're gonna synergize really well because
Yeah.
Storm Zone doesn't build conventional teams if he doesn't want to. Like he can, but he usually doesn't, right?
Right.
And that's the type of thing I could see Tama bringing. Tama was one of the people on Team Brazil who was like, just let Gamma bring whatever, dude. If he wants to bring Scarf Hydreigon with like U-turn, just let him do it. And we're like, sure. And then he would also ask Gamma for Scarf Hydreigon stuff. So like, I honestly could see him and Storm Zone doing really well. And then Michael the best, he's really good. He had a pretty good World Cup. I think this score is super solid. I think it's one of the best in the tournament, honestly.
I think I would probably agree with that.
Yeah.
Briefly glancing over some other cores, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So on to
Yeah,
the
like-
less sturdy slots, I guess. We have Poek and
Yeah.
Ubers, Gondra and UU, CBB RU, and XCal PU. I would say Kush. Kush might not talk a lot, but he's gonna go 6-3. Like there's no doubt. He's
Yeah.
gonna go 5-4-6-3.
Kush always. I think Kush has never gone negative ever
I would believe that.
in an official.
He just knows.
Wait,
what's
he
right
went
in the
negative
meta.
in NUPL for the Swines. What do you guys mean?
Yeah,
Well, that's not an
That's
official. He
in an
probably
official.
cares even
Yeah.
less for NUPL.
I had to sub him out for Go Wow, bro, and now the channel's a book club. That was the
No.
level of his. It was not good.
So you're thinking he could maybe flop this tour because he's not as good in Gen 8?
I don't know. I don't think Kush was the GOAT in Gen 7 for sure. And like he's one of the players that I watched a little bit of his SS. Personally didn't think it was that good. But I mean, he's good. Like I used to think he was the best Gen 7 player in NU. So if
Well-
he's motivated, I think he could do really well.
Yeah.
The thing is, this NU pool isn't really good either.
Oh, that's also very
Yeah.
true.
So he could do well, I think.
Yeah, that is true.
I feel like every
Yeah,
time I've
honestly.
seen Kush play in the past, I don't know, year or so, it's just an anonymous. Like I don't understand how he wins sometimes because he plays
Yeah.
absolutely horrible in almost
Yeah.
every game.
Really?
It's still somehow wins in half of them. Yeah, like his World Cup game was atrocious. It was so bad. The one he won was terrible.
Is that
And I
just
don't-
OU, or do you mean like games in general for like all the teams?
I mean, in general, but I haven't seen a ton of him since like the past year or two, I guess. I don't know. But I just haven't been thinking he's played very well lately, but he wins
That's true.
sometimes.
Yeah, he has like a near-death experience every time he plays a game of Pokemon. Like, it's a complete crazy moment that could lose the game completely, and then gets away with it and wins.
I feel like he does
Yeah,
that on
that's-
purpose. Like he's just like, I don't care anymore. Fuck it.
Keeps everyone on their toes. Yeah.
Yo, I gotta
Yeah.
share something. Call49 just tagged me on the Slimes channel and he said, Kush will be fine. You just did a terrible job for this tour, Elodin, which is sort of true. My team was pretty bad. I
Wait,
think
did you
Kush
say
might do
you
well.
did a
I'm-
terrible job, or Kush did a terrible job?
I did a terrible
Okay,
job
okay.
managing.
I love
Because
Cole.
honestly, subbing out Kush for Goal, like, I can't complain about Kush. Goal also lost every game.
Yeah, I'm not sure what I'm
Like-
thinking of that. I gotta be honest.
Yeah, but
So the
honestly,
Glacier
I mean,
incident.
Oh,
I
true.
agree with everything TDK just said, though. But I do think that I also agree that the pool looks bad, and I think Kush has a higher ceiling than everyone else in this pool, probably. Because I used to think he was amazing, so he should probably win. I think.
Yeah, I mean, it's Kush. He built all my playoff teams in SPL 10, and I just won with ease. Like, I don't know. He just knows what's good, and I think in an official, like maybe he's been ass recently, but that's also like OU and then like sub forum PLs. Maybe it doesn't say the whole picture. Maybe it does. We'll see.
Yeah.
We have Maryberry as a substitute as well
Also true. I
to
think Mary is really good. I think Mary will
support.
support well too, so that could help him.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that is good.
Yeah, not having
What do
the
we think
subs
of-
kind of sucks. What Finch? Why did you send me this shit? It's fine.
Okay, I'll send you the screenshot.
What do we think of RU CBB?
So
No,
in
I-
CBB's post, he said he would try, like he would learn and
Yeah.
he would farm mainers, and
He would.
I don't like think he's lying. I don't disbelieve him. I think he will actually farm some mainers.
I don't know, I feel like Poet Gondra CBB will need team support.
Well,
That's
yeah.
what
Tony
I
will
can
support.
They get team
Who's
support,
new.
and it's fine.
I don't know who they have for RU.
I don't
Yeah.
think CBB is gonna want a lot of help.
Who do you guys
No,
have
CBB
for RU?
CBB doesn't need any building support. He's building teams himself already.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
CBB was pretty self-sufficient in SPL and Auras for the Tyrants. I think he's a really good player. He's also like a great.
Oh,
player.
yeah.
I love talking with CBB, but I don't know if he loses like the first 3 weeks with like because his teams aren't great. Like, I don't know if you guys have a backup plan. That's the only thing. I think. But I
The
think he's
backup
gonna do
plan is Malekith.
Yo.
Oh,
fuck
okay.
yeah.
You got this.
Send Daddy in. Fuck
What
yeah.
about? Oh, it's fine. It's perfectly fine.
So
If anyone loses, we throw in Malekith.
That's true.
I don't give a shit. It's fine.
as
Yeah, that's right.
as a newly founded RU mainer, because I'm very proficient and active in the tier, CBB is
Mhm,
actually the
mhm.
scariest person to me to play against. Because like we have a little bit of a history, that's like one thing, and also like I don't know what the fuck he's gonna bring. I feel like everybody else has played RU like a lot.
That's
and you can
true.
be like, oh, they like blah blah blah. But CBB is like
Well,
he could bring fucking
in-
Charizard with Belly Drum and Slackberry, and I'd be like, that makes sense. Like I don't know.
Him and Charm Flash.
Charmflash is second scariest, and then it's the mainers. Alright, we talked about Poke a little bit. I think Tony's support will be fine. He'll just get fed teams
Yeah.
and probably go like 5-4,
Yeah.
maybe better. He has the ceiling to do better, but recent tours make me less confident in that.
Poet always does well in UPL whenever he plays.
Oh yeah, he does actually like Ubers, right? That's like his actual
He
main
does.
tier after Oris, I would say.
Yeah.
If
Also,
anything
like,
more.
Yeah.
I talked about Poek in World Cup, but like traditionally, Poek has been a much more successful player in low tiers in
Mhm.
general compared to OU, right? Like,
If we go
He's
by
probably gonna
slam,
do really
then
well.
yeah. But I'm not sure if he's played
Yeah.
lower tiers in like official team tournaments.
wait,
He played
played
UU
UU
last
last
year.
year.
bro.
Oh, how did he do then? He did like all right, I think.
He did
Average.
just above 500, I think.
Not like amazing. Yeah.
But like he won the tour in finals.
That's also true. He did beat CBU, our goat.
Yeah, with the
Yeah.
score.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Moving
Yeah,
on. So
that
we
did
have to
happen.
Ignore
The player we did
that.
actually draft, unironically. Yeah.
Z-Strats is good. Like, I don't know. It's doubles. He'll do good. It's doubles. It's fine. Oh, here we got two more controversial ones. Kyther and LC and XCal and PU. Tikio actually told me, I was like, yo, aren't you getting Kyther? And he was like, nah, like, I don't know how well he'll do because it's his first tournament. And he's not wrong, right? Like, historically, people that
Yeah, I broke my rule
Yeah.
for him.
But
But
smash.
I disliked every single other option for Little Cup. So I was like, fine, 18.5K for someone new,
Yeah.
for a rookie. Fine, let's do
That
it.
was the most
Because I
surprising
want
thing.
nobody else.
Yeah.
I'm exaggerating, but I talked and Star talked to Little Cup players ahead of the tournament. It was extremely clear Decay only wanted to play for TKO
Oh my God.
the way he talked to us. So I was like, all right, fine. I don't want him to be like super inactive and not give a shit.
He'd care, but
I don't know
for
if it's
the price, he'd have
Kither
to
or
care.
Kyther, by the way. I always say Kither, but it might be Kyther. In any case, we talked to him and like extremely like excited to talk to us about it, and was very motivated about the tournament and confident, and said he was gonna like build a lot of teams and felt good about it. And I know that everyone in like the later stage of LC Open and Slam playoffs used his teams, and he has like a 20-3 record over the last 3 team tournaments with LC. So it's like the best outside of the official tournaments, and we're just gonna hope it translates. And if not, then I'll take the L for that. But I really trust that he'll do well.
If he doesn't do well, then Malekith LC, bro. Say less.
Yo, true. See,
That is true. That is actually very true.
what a flawless team. Holy shit.
Nah, I do think he'll do well. He has been every tour I've seen. Everything I've seen him in, he's been doing really well.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
our boy TKO.
Hopefully it
the reason he
translates.
said that about Kythos because TKO himself went like 9-0 in LCPL, and then he was drafted instead and went like 0-3. So that's why he said it. It wasn't like BM to his boy. It was just like I don't know. It's a crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I
XCal,
mean, you can
That's
definitely tell TKO is like a level below Kither, right? Like that's just
I don't know.
an energy.
TKO's game versus Gondra was something else.
Oh, dude.
My God. Please.
Kyther-
Going flashback by
Kyther will
flashback.
probably do fine. I'm sure he'll do fine. It's okay. XCal, I think he'll try very hard and be very active, and the PU pool also kind of sucks, but I don't know. Like,
I think it's
Oh,
gonna do
nah,
well.
that is the go, bro. No disrespect. Like
no,
that
that's
is that guy's a
Mans.
king.
That's for sure, man.
That is
Does
Well,
man.
I don't
I don't
know.
think he
I don't know
plays
if the
well.
PU pool sucks that much.
What'd you say?
Like it has some
Yeah.
good plays. I don't think the PU pool sucks that much.
TJ Bruno, Termi, False, Telenet, Niter. Yeah, that's more solid than I thought.
That's the best
Nah, it's-
pool, actually.
No.
You're tripping, bro.
Nah, it is.
You are
This
crazy.
pool is stacked.
It's good. It's
I did-
solid.
Did you forget about RU or UU? They're both better.
Okay, sure, whatever. Keep going.
Keep going, bro.
He'll do all right, I'm sure. Like maybe like
Yeah,
four,
he'll be
Yeah.
fine. He'll get his win.
5 minimum. Like I think he's solid enough to know how to play in these tournaments, and that matters a lot more, I think.
Yeah. Not to mention that, Malekith would beat all of those names you
Also
just listed,
true.
so.
That is true.
Yeah.
All right, so this team, the Platoons, this is a weird one because there's like on one hand, if everybody meshes, everybody's giving their all and actually playing really well. Like obviously it's the best team, but on the other hand, if CBB goes 0-3, if Ganja goes 0-3,
He won't.
if Poet goes 0-3,
He won't.
if Tama goes 0-3,
Never happening.
if Kyther goes 0-3,
Oh, no, not a
if
chance.
Push goes 0-3, like
Why you just?
who knows? It could be at the bottom. It could be the repeat of the Rattlers from
Yeah.
from from 2 years
Yeah, that's
Right.
definitely a fair way to analyze a team. Yeah.
I would, I don't know.
Yeah,
feel like
I
that's
actually
kind
agree
of-
with you,
that's kind
lads.
of an
If
outlier.
they all go OG,
If
I
they
would
all
also
go
put them
3,
at the bottom.
You are at the bottom. That's just math. Like, realistic.
I mean, statistically, it's very unlikely we do well if that happens. But
Yeah, that is true.
like, yeah,
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean,
think they're definitely
contenders, right? Or
because of
best
Tony.
team.
Tony
Yeah.
alone makes them contenders because of his aura or whatever bullshit he has. That makes him a
oh
contender.
come on.
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
I would
Yeah,
probably
Yeah,
rate them.
contenders. Nah, I would give it contenders.
I
I think they're
think
contenders.
Tony gets to
I-
finals, then inevitably loses again.
Yeah, he loses to Gary,
come on.
Gary and EO again. No.
Hey, Mary Berry, you better watch yourself.
Poek in Snake if you buy Poek. Relax. I've solved it.
Wait, true. Combining powers with Poek is a good point because he's the one that ended Tony's snakes twice in a row, or not in a row. but
Yes,
just
yes. He's beaten me twice in the final.
Getting him that could change it.
Yeah.
Next up, we
Yeah,
got the
that's-
Power Plant Dynamos. I think this is the Boof team. Am I correct?
Yep.
It is. You're right.
It is.
It is the Boof team.
This is a weird team. They have Insult, Beautiful, and Bihi. Insult and Beautiful are good. I think Beautiful is actually like, in my opinion, like top 3 OU in this tournament, which might be a little controversial. But I think he's
I
really
think this
Uh,
OU core is better than the last one. I didn't really understand what you guys were
this one is very
saying the
Oh, really?
Platoon was the best because I feel like there's other teams that are better.
Well, I think it depends on how hard Via tries.
At the very least, Bihi is like a 4-5 record, I would say. Like, he knows how to play Pokemon.
Yeah.
He always goes, like, about even, right? Like, I don't expect him to go crazy, but with Insult and B building him teams, I think he'll do, at the very least, average.
Yeah, I don't know how active Via will be. Is the
He'll
thing.
probably try, like, it's in his nature. He tried when he joined our SPL chat, so I would assume he would try in this too.
Yeah, it's just active in general.
Yeah.
I feel like I'd be kind of surprised if he didn't care. I'd go
yeah,
dunk at that
same.
impression.
I've heard mixed stories about Insult, though. I've heard, like, sometimes he doesn't really give a fuck, or sometimes he's, like, the best teammate in the world. Like, there's, like, 2 sides to it. What do you guys think?
I don't know. I've only teamed
ever
with
teamed with
him
him?
once,
I
and
don't. I think
I think he wasn't a starter back then, so I can't really comment on.
I think I
how
only
he'll be.
teamed with Insult during that NUPL. He was really active for an NUPL, though that was an
Okay.
exception, the one that we won. But I think he
The
had
epic
pretty good
NUPL.
World Cup games, right? Didn't he go 3-0 in group stage? Or am I
and
tripping?
did.
he's doing well in OLC
No, he did.
too, I think.
Yeah, no, I think Insult's a really good player. I really like him, and like from my experience, he was a really good teammate. And I kind of agree with you that Beautiful or however you pronounce his name, he's in my opinion one of the best OU players. I really like.
Yeah.
Apart from that one game where he choked in World Cup after like talking shit, I don't remember who that was against. That was pretty funny.
No,
Because now,
it was against that. Yeah.
Yeah, apart from that one game, like all his games from SPL to World Cup were like, damn, this guy is really good. It was like a treat to watch, in my opinion. So this is a good core. I think Bihi's going to do well, like you guys said.
yeah, this is a very good OU core. This is definitely one of the best, if not the best, OU cores. I agree.
Yeah.
If I compare it to
Really
Tony's
solid.
OU core, I would say if Tama, if Tama is like, I don't know, if he just wins, they're better. Like if he's better than
I mean,
like,
nah,
4 or
but
5, like if Tama
we have
is better
Storm
than
Zone.
4 or 5, he's better. But if he's not,
That's fine. We have Storm Zone.
Yeah, Storm Zone.
Any team with Storm Zone has the best OU core.
Not
That's just
wrong.
how it is.
I can't agree with.
Yeah,
I
the-
can't disagree with that after losing. Yeah, for sure.
The thing about this score is that I don't know if they're going to have as much versatility just because Storm Zone is such. He's like the biggest tryhard builder on the site. So, like, this score, by comparison, I don't know how much building they're going to do, like, no matter how motivated they are.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But they're
Yeah.
good.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
who
true.
do-
All right.
Wait, who do they have as subs?
Oh, someone better look at
Not really, any people that-
They got Grandma's
Oh,
cooking, and they got the strap.
Grandma's cooking.
The strap.
The strap.
They don't. Yeah. They don't have
In terms of OU, yeah, they have no OU. So
Oh, that's another
Yeah.
part about Insult. Insult is good, but he also is the most boring OU player I've ever seen. Like more than Finch. All he does is bring Clef, Hex,
Oh
Core.
God!
Like he's so boring, but he wins with it. So
You
it's like
can't call
you
someone
can't-
more boring than Finch. That's fucked
nah,
up.
he
You don't-
is
just-
too good.
Bro, Finch makes new polytoad spreads. Insult doesn't. Like what's the difference? But yeah, I don't know. He's boring. I think B is actually an innovative builder. Like he makes his own stuff and he tries different ideas. So yeah, they'll probably
Yeah.
work really well together.
You've been dropping bombs out of nowhere. How are you gonna call someone more boring than Finch just out of nowhere?
Sometimes you just gotta be honest. For
Not
some
even
matches.
leaning in that direction. It's just nothing.
Oh,
God.
this is easily the worst lower tier core, or one of the worst lower tier cores in the tournament. I think.
Oh, you just gotta keep going, sure. Okay. Tell us about why it's bad.
Okay, they got Askov and Sinnoh confirmed and Dragonclaw. I think Bruno is the shining light. That's man's. But besides that, Askov has never done well in a tournament, right? Like he's a support. He's not like a player, which I hope isn't meant as an insult. Like I don't mean it as. That's just like how it's gone during tournaments. I don't know. He's good. He's really good, I think. But I guess he's a tryhard, so he'll learn it. So he might not be bad. And then I think Hoenn is like near the bottom of the NU pool, which
Yeah.
might say a lot.
I,
About,
do,
yeah.
I don't think Hoenn will do well. And I don't know about Urs. Depends.
Yeah, I don't know about
I think-
Urs either.
I think he can do well against the bottom folks, but I don't know about taking a game off the top contenders like Todi or maybe even Ajna if he plays RU from week
He's
3 on.
definitely playing. We can go over that when we get to his team.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think True Nor is pretty good. I'll be honest. Like
I've heard good things about Shunora too. Yeah.
Like I think they, I don't know. They're pretty try hard. They'll build. Well, in terms of their plan, I honestly don't know what to be honest. But I think they're good. I remember.
He's pretty good, but he's also Australian, so I don't know how active he'll be.
Oh, damn. The Australian debuff. Yeah. That's a good point.
Good support though, because they have the Strap on the bench, who is very
That's
creative,
true.
and Luna is one of the managers, and Luna also builds
Those
Ubers.
play Ubers, yeah.
That is also
Lots
true.
of flexibility in the slot. The strap goes in or just supports, and Shunor just support or the strap. Like it's fine, I think.
Going to the other side of the spectrum, Whale Lord is not good. Whale Lord is not good.
Why do you say that? Really lay it on us. Why is my will?
Explain, Bush. What's wrong with Whale Lord?
It is just what I've been observing. That's all. That's all I have to say.
Okay, so
It's just some things you
what
can.
happened.
Some things you just look at and you're like, damn. Like you look at
Which
some
one
foods,
is
you're like,
shitload in
those are
LCPL? He
not
can
tasty.
say that.
Yeah, that
Wait,
is.
was there a single game that you could point to where
Yeah, we can
you
go over
realized
this game if you
Bruh.
want.
yeah, maybe sequence of plays?
Team building mistake? You noticed?
They were just bad. I just did not remember them. They just literally just.
Alright, Bush, let's do a comparison. So, would you say Whalelord's prep and play is equivalent to using Z Poison Hydreigon and not KOing an Azumarill and losing because of it?
Hey,
Like, are those, like,
you watch your mouth. You watch your mouth, bro. Watch your mouth, man. Nah, none of that. None of that. None of that. None of that.
That was heartbreaking to see, but
That was kind of gratuitous, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Top three most depressing moments, bro. That was top three most depressing moments.
yeah.
Elodin, can I ask you a
Anyways.
question about Askov?
Yeah, for sure.
How do you think he could maybe support the OU core? Because we've talked about them not having a lot of building necessarily. Askov is someone that builds for Team Brazil in World Cup, right?
Yeah, that's why we lost. I don't know what you want me to say.
Thank you for answering my question.
Yeah, I mean, we got trashed. So like,
Wait, was
I
that
don't know,
honest?
bro.
Like, you
If
think the
giving you
building
teams,
was the issue for
do
Brazil?
not take his teams, bro. Do not take his advice.
Oh,
like,
okay.
if you want to win, just do your own thing.
Just go back to Gamma Scarf
Alright,
Hydreigon,
alright.
please.
Yeah, dude.
Save yourselves.
Dude, I don't know if you guys noticed, but during World Cup, I was like, all right, if this is what you guys are going to give me, I'm going to hit up EO and PMs. And I was like, EO, bro, just give me a team. I literally went 3-2. I lost the 2 games. I brought Brazil teams. I won the 3 games. I brought EO teams. That's all I have to say. Yeah, dude. No, but like,
Yeah, you definitely PMDO, yeah.
No, I did. All right.
Yo, if a tournament director is watching this, a live action ban would be kind of fire. Just saying.
Yeah, spam me, dude. Spam me.
I'm
All right,
just kidding, bro. It's fine.
Yeah, but no, actually, I think Askov has potential to do well. Like, he didn't have a terrible World Cup. He just like played some games where he should have won more easily, and then he lost some games where it was like, dude, what are you doing? But I think he hasn't had as much experience playing in tournaments, so I think he just needs a little more practice, like starting, and then his play might be a little refined. So I think he could do well. And I also think he builds pretty okay. Like, he was definitely like, he's not as creative as a builder, but he could definitely build like solid things that you could maybe use sometimes. So yeah,
I'll take your.
he should be good support.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you guys have anything to say about Bruno? I think that's the last person we need to touch on. And Kola best dubs.
I think Anti could easily like excel in this pool, but I also think that if he starts 0-1 or 0-2, the season is over and he moves out, and he's not going to do well even after moving to a different tier.
He has
I think
and Luna to help a lot with building.
Yeah, he also has a P Greater Great on the sub.
Dude,
he did went pretty far in.
Better prep for Drakloic. That's all I'm saying. They just better make sure they Drakloic. Alright.
I feel like he could easily do well, but I also think that it depends on how into it he is for this tour. Because if he doesn't start hot, I don't think he's going to end hot either. I think it's going to pretty much
like
stay the same.
Nat last year or something, yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, so where would you guys place this team? Let's say this is...
what about Quality?
Oh, well, it's doubles.
Very good doubles. Very, very good doubles. And very good value for price, too, with 8K. That was definitely one of the bargains of the tour.
That as well. I'm sure, yeah.
No, Quality is very good.
Is he the guy with
That's
the
a good buy.
Garchomp avatar that Finch used to use? No.
I can neither confirm nor deny this. I do not know.
Alright. But
Yeah, these guys are going in. These guys are going in B.
So to summarize this team, really good OU core, possibly the best. Good doubles, middle Ubers, UU, RU, bottom NU, middle or high PU, and then according to Bush, no shot for LC. So
I don't think Askov is middle of the UU pool either.
Little cup.
would you put?
Hey, no. Whaler, bro. If you listen to this, bro,
I think he's probably bottom 3, 4.
Nothing else.
The UU pool
is decent. Yeah.
So they have a few shining lights then, and their OU core is really good, and that's important obviously with 3 slots. So would that be enough to put them in average?
I think so, yeah.
I don't think their lower tiers are gonna. They're too. Some of the slots are a big risk, and also some of the slots are just not as good as the field.
Actually, yeah, I take back what I said. These guys going to C.
Would that
The tournament also coincides with the Callus Invitational, and that tournament could potentially pay Anti money. So if it's a question between will he put his time into ADV OU or SSPU, it'll be ADV OU. Especially if he starts bad, it's just full focus on Callus, I think.
That's a good point.
I can see this team like also kind of flopping pretty hard. I feel like a lot of the slots, especially lower tiers, are very high flop potential, and even though could underperform.
I feel like this is
Oh, buddy, you're cutting out. Your internet is like acting up.
Yeah.
Oh, really? That's my bad.
No, it's good. Say that again.
No, like, I think this team lacks coherence in a way. So can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, this team to me just kind of lacks coherence. That's like what I was trying to say. Like I could see like these slots all like maybe potentially doing well. I just don't think they're like a united group of like friends who like
That's true.
get along together and like have that type of synergy. So the immediately when one person goes badly, like I could see that one person just being like, all right, I'm not going to care anymore because I don't really care about this tournament. So I don't know. I feel like
That could
that
be
might
true.
be yeah.
Yeah, sounded like a C.
I'd put them in C personally. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Would you say this team has high upsides? Like their OU core is god and
don't-
carries, and then the lower tiers pop off. Would you say that's?
I don't
possible?
think their upside is quite as high as like the Platoon, for example, but they definitely have like a decent upside, whereas they could easily also flop just as hard as the Platoon could.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh god, the next team. Oh, okay. All right, it's my team.
It's hard when you don't have like Malekith off the bench, right?
Oh,
It's
okay.
but, only one team can have him, of course, but it's just not the same.
Yeah, only one team can have him. That's such a good point.
That's true. Yeah, it's just that's just the nature of the tournament, and it's not their fault.
All right, next up we
Okay.
got the Uncharted Terrors. I'll let somebody else talk about. For the record, this isn't like a paid by Rose's promotion, but I do like my team a lot. I think lots of them care a lot, and they're trying very hard currently, which is really important. But at the same
So-
time,
so
I
I'll
was like,
start.
Roses, why'd you draft me? Fuck you, bro. But it's fine.
Let's start us off with a question. So, Lax,
Yeah.
when did Roses realize that there was only one Uber slot?
I don't know if he ever realized that. Like maybe he always thought that or something. Nah, for real, he actually planned March Fires. He was like, if we get him for OU, he'll be good because he has really good World Cup performances. So they were like, we either get the second best Ubers in their opinion. Of course, I don't know if that's actually true. Like he's the top two. They were like, we either get the second best and take him away from other teams, or we just get a pretty solid OU slot. So that worked out for them actually.
I
Well-
do agree with freaking March Fires. I think he's a good OU3. Like, he's just a pretty good player in general.
Yeah.
He's just not
He didn't
not
have an
exposed
OU3
to
price tag though.
I don't
how
really.
much he didn't go for. How much?
March Fires went for 12.5K.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
Too much.
That's
I-
fine.
I didn't watch his World Cup games really, but I feel like if that your logic was taking away an Uber slot from other teams, it's pretty stupid to use that as a reasoning. Either you're getting him because you think he's good for OU and potentially Ubers.
No, that's
Or
what they were
you're-
thinking. But at the same time, I'm not opposing to calling Roses stupid. So you can continue.
Yeah, well, I think the plan is kind of dumb, but I don't know about his OU. It could easily be good. I just don't know. But it was a surprise to see him go for that much just to play OU when I knew he was an Uber's mainer.
What do you guys think about Felix and Raptor to round out?
Let's see.
Good. So both are good. Both are good.
Yeah, I like them both. I think Raptor's gonna come back with a vengeance. He can prove himself again. Or just he's been out of it for a long time. That's all. So I think he'll do well. And Felix is obviously very good.
I agree. I agree.
We'll have to see how Felix fares with the OU1 pool, but I think he's a good player, like in general.
Yeah, I
I
have
think
hopes
it's
for my OU
like-
core for sure.
Yeah, I think they'll probably do fine. Building wise, I don't think they're too bad. I think they're pretty good actually. I don't know if Felix builds teams. They
Apparently,
cannot say that.
Raptor built like a million god teams for OLT in like playoffs.
Oh right. I forgot that guy builds. Yeah, he does build and
Did he? Yeah, when was the last time Raptor played like SSOU? Has he ever in a
He's been
official
banned
tour?
for a year.
Yeah, I know.
he,
but
he,
he played
he was
before
playing
us
a
last
lot of ladders. Like he was during the OLT. I think he was laddering like just every cycle.
I know. But has he ever played it in an official tour?
He is not.
Oh
No. The answer is no.
Yep.
Oh really?
That's what I was asking.
Which is important too, for sure.
I think that's-
Yeah, I mean,
that's great.
I don't really know how to rate him because I haven't seen him play much at all. And 18 was a lot. I feel like the cased victory effect is in play, but I don't think he's gonna flop quite like that. But I'm just surprised to see him go for that much. I've not seen him play much at all,
I
but it
remember
was a surprise.
distinctly So during the draft, I was like, Roses, what's the spreadsheet looking like? And I pull it open, and I see our first 5 picks. The average price per player is like 18K, and I'm like, oh, this is why we don't have any money. But if it pays off, it's dubs, only dubs.
We'll see.
Yeah. Fair. All right. Now, moving on to your doubles player. I would like some insight on this person. I have no familiarity with actuarial. What is that? What's his name? Actuarially?
We also
Yeah.
have
Yeah. No.
Z as support for what that's worth.
Oh, Z Fable. Yeah. I don't. I mean,
Z is great. I love Z.
I've heard good things about it. Which, and M Forbes is actually very high on your doubles player. So I think
Oh, say less.
he might be. Yeah. I don't know. If you got the M Forbes touch, the recognition, then they must be good.
Yeah, I agree with
And,
that.
I
Yo,
don't know.
endorsement.
The endorsement.
What do you guys
I don't
think?
think I've ever seen them play a tour though, but
The Ubers 2 LC players. What do you guys think of those?
I think the Ario player is trash, but
I
the
can
others
agree
are
with that.
pretty
He's a
okay.
little overpriced
let me
nowadays.
see. Oh, Axel Go Wax, very good. Oh, Sensei Axu. Oh, Sensei Axu, bro. If you're listening to this, I want you to know you are, bro. You are not good. You will not do well in
Yo,
this
what the
school.
fuck? That is my boy. Yo,
Nah.
okay.
Nah, like not even on some personal stuff. You will do poor, bro.
Yo,
Mark my words.
Okay. I hope he's not listening to this.
It's fine. Hey, Bush, it's fine. It's fine. Lax has punny week 1 and then someone else dangerous week 2, so that's an easy O2 pivot into NU anyway.
Alright.
Don't even worry about it.
He doesn't run.
This is a little too much slander. I don't know if I might have to end the stream.
Okay, so for Ubers, Ice Master will do well, I think. I don't think he's like undisputed top 1 or anything like that. Because
It makes me confused they drafted March Fires though, because Ice Master, like, I agree with you. He's maybe not like the best, but he does build all of his own
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
He doesn't need support at all, and they paid 23K or something like that for him, which is like he's the most expensive player on that team. And then they also bought March Fires just to
Yeah,
OU.
that is-
Isn't March Fires like power ranked last as well for 12.5K?
Dude,
Last out
Devin-
of 30.
Devin's not last? Alright.
It's like it's like 27 or lower, I think.
Well, I think that's because people don't know him. I think he's a good player, like in general.
He's very good. No, he's definitely good, but mostly in Ubers,
Yeah,
right?
I agree with what you said, but I don't think he'll. I think he'll go positive even. I don't know.
Maybe. Yeah, he's good.
12.5 does seem a bit too much, but we'll see. As for you,
You
Axel-
misclicked Lax, just so you know.
Oh. I'm not sure I understand what you're saying.
Yeah. I think your lower tiers are all actually they're pretty good. Other than the 1 or 2 slot, I've never actually seen Lambo.
You hate.
I've never seen Lambo Vino play a game, so I really can't comment on that. KSG I actually think is actually pretty good. I think he has a lot of meta knowledge. I think he really knows LC. In terms of his playing, I think he's. I think I've seen him play once or twice. I think he knows a lot, but I think his meta knowledge is pretty good. So I think he'll do well. I actually do really think he'll do well.
I don't know who Lambo Vino is. That's anyone?
Yeah, that's a new one for me too. So I can't comment on
He
that.
built a lot of PUPL teams that won, which is what Roses told me.
Uh,
That's what I know.
Was on
Sensei
the
Akio, I think, like, was taking souls in a UPL. I know he smashed me for one, but I don't know how he'll do in an official.
Mr. Lamborghini was on the Hunt Tales, which made finals tiebreak.
Okay.
He didn't play every week, but I remember looking at his replays. He played a couple, like, I don't know, he played maybe half the season and lost twice, I think,
Okay.
and won 4 or 3, one of the two.
Okay. So I know how to make Sensei Axie look better. I already said in the NU chat, because Roses was posting teams in the new chat. I told him, so just don't use
Not
those
use.
teams, and you'll
Yeah,
be good.
Yeah, please.
So that
That's the
probably
best
boosts him
advice
up
you
a
can
bit.
give.
He's ranked
Yeah.
number 4, I think, on the official PRs.
You should tell him to just
Ooh,
block.
Sensei asked you?
Just block Roses. That's
It will help.
all right. What would you guys place this team at?
Wait, Mac.
I think-
Mac 3 placed Arya, right? So you have support.
Yeah, that's.
Oh,
that's
your
my
subs. I
support.
forgot about your subs. Gotta get over it.
I
We
think
have
this is.
Z, Stresh, and
Who is
I'm trying-
Reginite? Is this
That's Raptor.
That's the Raptor pick. That's the Raptor
Oh, that's the Raptor.
That,
All right.
Dude,
That's,
they talk so
Certified
much.
danger.
It was worth it. They
Certified
talk so
danger.
much in Spanish.
that's the Spanish guy.
I'm gonna be honest here. I think this is probably the worst team.
No, yeah, it's fine. Do you think we have no shot? Though?
It's-
Are we that low?
No,
If anyone is
So
going there,
there's
I
a
would
couple
put you.
slots that can do really well. Like I think
Yeah.
SL will
Yeah.
get like 5, 6. He usually
I think
does, right?
Excel is good.
And
He's
without
definitely one of
support,
the
yeah,
best
like
in
well,
you.
you guys have Free Roamer in the chat too, right?
Yeah.
So Free Roamer will tell SL not to use bullshit if he ever thinks of it. So that should be good. If Sensei asks you to, yeah, I mean, depends on you a lot too, Lax. I don't think you can lose a lot.
Yeah, I think you need to go extremely positive, or
mean,
it's
I'm very
a wrap.
proficient in you guys. Like it's not a big deal.
It's one of those teams where you just have to place all of your faith in people that haven't done anything like this before. Like doubles,
for sure.
PULC are question marks.
I have that faith.
I was on
honestly.
KSG's LCPL team, and I know he cares a shitload and will try very hard. But whether he'll win, we just don't know because they haven't played at this stage before. And that goes for almost everyone on the team.
Yeah,
Legit,
honestly,
almost
Yeah.
everyone.
I don't disagree at all. I think, like, if I were to summarize my team, like, I understand how other people can be like, this team is awful, it's like the worst. But like, just from what I know, I have I have faith, you know. I think these guys try really hard and they'll bring wins. So it does come down to me, which is the biggest question mark, because I'm in fucking RU. So we'll see how that goes. All right.
Yo,
Like
I'm
if you look at these 10 players, only 2 of them have started in Snake or SPL before in the tier they're in, which are Estelle and Felix, right?
Right.
Nobody else has.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Nice.
that's my main
it's a
reason for
it's
concern.
the first time.
Your enthusiasm and Rose's enthusiasm is good to see, and I think you guys will be very motivated. I know Gingy is super active and will be good on the social front as well, and keeping everyone active and alive and having fun, which I think he's very good at. But yeah,
Making fun of Roses is also a great
It's
team
the
board.
greatest
Team
thing.
building
I'll be
exercise.
real,
Oh
bro.
my
You
God.
guys are
do that. You have to relentlessly
Relax as the owner
bully
of the team,
Roses.
bro.
Wait, let's hear what Elodin says. I couldn't hear.
Yeah, you guys are being too nice just because Lax is the owner of the stream. Bro, Lax, I'm going to keep it simple with you. You guys are one Hyoga Fodex away from being the ruiners of SCL, bro. That team is not good. Yeah, I'm sorry. You guys are not good.
That's okay.
Like,
That's okay. I think honesty is
but, like-
important. That's why I'm always being open. as
yeah,
well.
but I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be real. I do like Axel a lot, and you, and Felix as players. I can't say the same about all the other slots. Those 3 slots are pretty good. I just don't see the upside the other teams have. But you guys are no shot, bro. I'm sorry.
Okay. All right, let's settle this.
I'm sorry,
guys,
dude.
let's be honest. No shot or suboptimal. It's your call.
no shot.
There's no
No
arguments
shot.
for it.
M team and D.
I don't know. This is kind
Oh
of
no!
Dude, it's just
That's it.
motivation for my team. It's all right.
Oh,
Okay,
Go foul.
sure.
I
I
tried.
mean,
All right, that's okay. It's
nah.
totally
I don't think you guys are no shot, but I don't know.
Well, what are the votes for no shot? Is it Tony, TDK, and Elodin?
No, I'd say suboptimal.
Okay, so 2 Bush and Tony for suboptimal, and then TDK.
Yeah,
and
I don't
Elodin
know.
for no shot. And then Gary is the
Yeah.
tiebreaker, I guess. Garay.
Go
I
ahead,
mean,
bro.
I'm just keeping it real. Like, if we
No,
don't
that's
put you guys
okay.
at no shot, then we might as well just remove that tier, bro. Like, no one else is going in
That's
there.
okay.
Like,
If we go in there, it's not a big deal either.
Yeah, I
I'm
think
just kidding, bro. I'm fine with you guys being suboptimal. You
No,
guys have
no,
some
it's
good players.
like
I
there's
think if we
genuinely
put them on
there's no issue with being no shot.
I think if you
Yeah.
guys are C, then one of the other two teams has to go to B.
I don't know if I don't know how I would describe this team as no shot. However, I think they're probably the worst team, and I don't want the bottom spot on the website to be
We
empty.
can revisit the lower half of the
we'll go
rankings
through that.
and
Yeah.
I'll
gone
leave
through all the
this team for
teams.
now. That's fine.
No, you
Okay.
can put you guys in the C. Wait, but are we doing like orders in each tier?
Yeah,
like
we'll
I
do
think
orders
the
at the end.
Dynamos are. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
We do it at the end. Okay, sure.
All right. Next team,
Yeah.
we got the technical machines.
Okay, hold on. Before you start, let's go with the week 3 onward lineup.
Oh yes, of course.
Which seat?
Of course.
Confide as a substitute, Ajna as RU, and I think the third OU for the machines will be Sagiri.
Okay, so
Yeah.
this is the
Alright.
worst OU core in the tournament, even with Ajna, I would say.
Really.
I think
Yeah.
Easy is probably the most active in OU and the best OU in this group, actually.
I do not agree with that.
I think Tace is not very good. I think Ajna's really good, but he's just waiting to go into RU. I don't know how much he's really.
Yeah, I can easily see Ajna kind of flopping, but I don't know. He did really well in SPL. I imagine he's going to be motivated again. He's really, really motivated for these tours. I think he's going to try hard for
Oh,
OU,
that's
even
fair.
if it's just for 2 weeks.
Ajna wins 7 games at least. Book
Really?
it. Always does. Yeah.
Oh yeah, easily.
All right.
If I,
Yeah, he
if I
gets
had to
7.
bet on
He'll get
anyone-
7.
If I had to bet on anyone getting 7 in this tour, it'd be Ajna.
Dude, Garay is managing. Put him in a tiebreak. Get him 8. It's fine.
Get him 8. So do you guys
I think
think this
they're-
OU core is the worst, or do you disagree with that?
Yeah, probably.
Definitely.
I think it's probably the worst.
Okay.
It's not really good. I don't think they're particularly awful though. As an OU core, they could grab a few wins.
Yeah.
Well, they don't have any like OU1.
Yeah.
Tace hasn't been doing well lately.
Yeah, I like Tace.
That's true. Tace is on a bit of
nice,
a
but, yeah.
downward spiral after SPL, but he does put in a lot of time in team tours. I've managed him before, and I definitely don't think he's gonna go like 2-7 or something. I think he'll be like
Yeah,
around
no,
neutral.
Yeah, I would say 4-5.
Um,
3-6 is like my expectation.
I'm just like feeling the absence of an actual OU1.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah,
Yeah.
So I think it's the worst score so far. I haven't seen the rest.
I think this team kind of makes up for it in a sense, though. Like, say they were to go to tiebreak, you would always pick Ajna in RU. They have
Solon is the OU player. Yeah.
Solon
Yeah.
play OU,
Yeah.
and Umbreak play whatever they pick. That's
That
they're
is-
going to be their that's going to be their tiebreak lineup like every single time.
I guess we
unless
don't have
the-
tie breaks for lineups, but it's fine.
I think that's an incredible tiebreak lineup, even if they're OU.
Solid core.
Yeah,
That is true, but they have to get to the tiebreak for that.
that is true. But they have a good team, though. I think this is
Yeah,
one of the
but
best.
I think they're more balanced. They're compared to the other teams we saw that had like very good spots. This team is like really like they have. I think Soen and Ajna stand out, and then everyone else is like just solid players. I think that could be okay.
EU, I would say, is maybe an outlier that wouldn't necessarily be described as solid because we just don't know yet. Because
Yeah.
I mean, if Chloe were
hasn't
to-
been in a tour like this before, so we just don't know.
if she were to not perform, Vulpix is a sub. The Vulpix 03.
Yeah,
boy.
and Confide will be a sub, so
Yeah.
Confide can also move to PU when Ajna goes to RU and Sagiri goes to OU.
Yeah, when that happens.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they
when that
also
happens.
Raft for OU.
Oh,
Wait, they
have
do?
Ruff. Yeah, I
Yeah.
know they do. I forgot.
I think he should start.
Yeah.
I think Ruff should start on the current
Yeah.
even with Ajna.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. I don't think Sagiri's games were the best in World Cup.
There also are the infamous 1,000 plus OT games in 1 week.
Oh,
Until you
yeah.
qualify. That's
Sagiri hit so many games across every cycle.
yeah. That is.
So you'd say he's one of the most experienced SSOU players in the tournament?
You know what? Not wrong. That's not a wrong
Very
way
true.
to put it. Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
I mean, you're not wrong.
Really not wrong. Yeah. Let's see. Umbri is obviously really good. Nail's obviously really good, and he like I feel like he always cares, so that's not an issue.
Bray can support Nails too from UU
Oh, yeah.
as double support.
Yeah, I like that a lot, honestly. And then Lily can just build for Umbri and help Umbri. So I actually like what they got going for them for that.
Yeah, me too.
Sowen was desperate for Uber's support, but
They don't
it's
have
not like
any.
Uber's support. Yeah, they do. They have Sita, or however you
Who?
call him.
Yeah.
Situm.
Oh,
Situm.
Situm.
Yeah,
Side-
SITUM.
Sedum.
Okay. Oh yeah, okay. Is he a good Uber support though? Like, do you guys know?
Yo.
He builds really strange teams that aren't necessarily good.
That doesn't
Yeah,
sound like
it's the type of
Solon's
team
style.
that Solon would like.
Yeah.
He sees like Blissey, Corvid Knight
That's
in
that's
Ubers,
why-
and he's like, oh. Yeah, no ground resist, but whatever.
Oh god. Yeah, I don't.
that's why he was desperate. But we'll see how
Dude,
it
he
goes.
wins with those teams though. Like Seaton wins a lot of Uber's games with those teams. So
Yeah. Well, there's also another thing that if someone doesn't like those teams, Ubers isn't like particularly hard to build in. So he can even steal teams like from whoever.
That's
or
true. He
whatever.
probably will end up doing that if he hates CDUM's teams. Yeah.
And honestly, Solon is like, he's a popular player, bro. You know, like that popular guy in school that's Solon. He's going to get teams from someone if Sidham can build him
Also
teams,
true.
for sure.
Yeah, I
So
don't
many
think
friends, dude.
Solon will be fine. He'll get his wins. I would not worry
Yeah.
about Solon at all.
Yeah, maybe
Yeah.
he won't be the best record, but I don't think he goes less than 5-4.
Right,
I would agree
Just
with that.
not that far behind Poek. Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay. Yeah, that's what he said for sure.
Yeah.
Then they also have Davin and NU. Who I think Davin is really good. Whether he cares a lot, because Rosa said he's like a quiet guy. Whether he cares and like does well is up to him. Like, it really is just up to how much effort he puts in to build good teams.
Has-
to play.
Has he ever started? Like, did he start
He has never
last week?
started for an official.
He wasn't drafted.
He
last
wasn't drafted
snake.
because he doesn't
This is-
message people. Is what I think of.
Yeah, well, then I guess you'll care, right?
I don't know. Maybe he's just not the kind of guy that really cares. Like, he just wants to play.
We don't know.
Yeah,
That's
we
the
don't
thing.
know.
We just have to see. This is his first time, so we just don't know.
All right, and then they have Lily AC
We'll
and
see.
LC, and Lily AC is pretty good. I would say like
Yeah.
4 minimum.
Yeah, one of the big three in this pool, I'd say.
Yeah.
Until Serene Grace moves to LC, then it's a big
Is that
4.
happening? Do you know if that's happening?
I have no idea. He told me he didn't want to, but
If he has to, he will. Yeah. All right.
they have a risky LC slot, but we'll get to that team later.
Yep. So, would you guys put these guys as average? They have like the worst OU core, but their lower tiers overall seem mostly solid. Nails, Solon, Umbri, Davin, Ajna, Lily. Like, those are
Yeah,
all
and
pretty good players. Well, I don't know if
and they
Davin's
have-
good, but
And they have good tiebreaker.
yeah, they
like,
have
I think this is one of the
really
best
good
teams,
tiebreak.
personally.
Would you put them as
I'd say contenders.
Yeah, easily
Do you guys agree
contender.
with that?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sure.
Let's send that.
Like, consider as well that like Nails, Soulwind, Umbri, and Lily AC are all like top 3 in their pools.
Yeah.
So they have
Yeah.
a lot of
Yeah.
reliable spots to support the OU. And if OU wins like 1 out of 3 every week, like how we looked at
No.
Snake last year,
Right.
if we can get 1 out of 3, it'll be fine. 1 out of
Exactly.
4.
They just need to go 1 out of
They
3.
also have
Okay.
like they have the 2 goats of this tournament. I think Ajna is definitely. I think he won like 2 out of. I don't know. He won a lot of snakes.
You're right. And he has by
Into
far the most wins. He has by far the most wins in Snake.
Yeah, he is insane, and Stolen does too.
Ajin easily has like 20 more wins and losses in this tour, for sure.
His Snake record is stupid. It's so good.
It's actually
Yeah.
ridiculous. I'm gonna look it up, but we can move on. If
Yeah.
unless anyone else has something
Yeah,
to
do you
say.
guys have anything else to say? Like Ajna, Solwyn, yeah, they all do really well in Snake, those 2.
Yeah,
The only I only see them fail if their OU really struggles, and
Yeah.
if both A and PU fall flat somehow.
I honestly think their
Like,
OU
completely.
is really gonna struggle. Like I think their OU has a good chance of not getting a win a week besides the games Ajna is playing, and if that's not versus better OU players, you know.
I don't think so. I think Easy is good. Easy had a good World Cup, and Easy will be active and motivated. And I think Tace will also bounce back because he puts in time for team tournaments. So I don't think
I
it's
think-
as bad. Their OU just isn't a strength.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
They have like how some teams have like a filler lower tier
you're
player or 2. That this team has that in OU, and it just looks weird because
you're
Tony,
kind
no.
He
of
just died.
yeah. Did
Okay.
Tony die?
Yeah. For the record,
Okay.
Ajna's overall snake record is 30-12.
Oh.
Yeah, that's insane.
I
bro.
mean, that's pretty good.
His worst tour was 5-4. Every other time he had 3 losses at most.
I think Tace OU3 is a good idea because I think he'll get like some wins there, and then they can quote unquote sacrifice someone else to OU1.
Well, I mean,
Every
slots
week.
are randomized
Well, yeah,
mostly.
not always.
Yeah.
I guess some people
Yeah.
are just like, fuck it, best player in slot 1. Yeah. But most of the time it's randomized, I'd assume.
Yeah.
can you guys hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, can hear you.
Okay. I don't know where I cut out, but what I was saying is the team looks maybe a bit weaker than it is because the norm is that you have like the more questionable slots in like the lower tier somewhere, and this team has stacked lower tiers and like
That's
weaker
true.
OU that are kind of filler and maybe get like 3-4 wins in the tour. But that's enough when 4 or 5 lower tier slots are top 3.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's fair.
It doesn't matter which of the slots wins a lot. It can be, especially when Solwind covers the tiebreaker for OU.
Yeah, that's
That
the
is true.
tiebreak is a huge thing for sure.
Yeah.
Umbri, Solwind, and
So-
Ajna, really strong.
I would put them as contenders, like below only maybe the Platoon.
Okay. All right, that's cool. Moving on, we have the Spartans. This is a team I actually like a lot. I think this might be better than the technical machines to me. Their OU core is Dice, Tala, and Maxun Max, and I think this might actually be the best OU core. Thinking about
Yeah,
it,
this might actually be the best.
Insol B, Bihi versus Dice, Tala, Max. So Dice and Tala obviously close as fuck. They'll work really well together. Dice will probably care.
Yeah.
Like, I'm assuming he's gonna care, but I guess who really knows besides him? They should both do, like, extremely well. Like, 6-3 minimums, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Tala would do really. I say Tala would do better than that, probably. I think they're very good.
Yeah.
Let's say they
that's
go
like a
maybe
mid-
7-2.
Really good.
expectations, yeah. And then Maxun Max is like just like Felix. He's pretty good too. So. not
I
really-
don't think he's like.
I'm gonna be honest, dude. I can't tell the difference between Max and Max, Felix, and Michael. They're best. Michael the best.
Yeah,
But I
same
mean,
with me and
every time I see
X-Ray
one of them,
and Urs and
yeah.
CBB.
But every time I see one of them playing, they're usually winning. I think they're all pretty good.
Yeah.
So I just rank them like the same, right? But they're
Yeah.
all pretty good.
I would agree with that. I think this is actually the best OU core to me, in my opinion.
I have heard though that Max struggles with English, so he usually needs another German person
That's right. Charm Flash
on his
speaks
team.
German, right? German.
Doesn't
Is
he?
Charm
Oh,
Flash
Does he?
German? What the fuck is
He's
German?
Austrian.
He's from
Oh,
Austria,
Austrian.
bro.
Okay.
But do people
Well, they
speak
do.
over there?
Yeah. Do people speak
They
German?
they
in
do
Germany?
speak German. Yes,
They do.
Okay. Charm
Yes.
Flash is the link, guys. He's the connection.
The team solver.
Nah, this OU core is way too good.
Yeah.
These three players are really good.
Yeah,
Actually,
I agree. And I
Yeah,
think
me
the lower
too.
tiers are also really good. Like, let's just go down the line. Doubles stacks, like historically,
Max
probably
is
the
great.
best doubles player in Smogon. Like, just only doubles, like in doubles team tournaments, right? Like, he's probably the best.
He's definitely a very top
Yeah.
player. I don't know if he's played enough tours to lay claim to the best historically,
Right.
but yeah.
Definitely top 3 though.
Yeah, top 3
And
at
a
the
team
very
player,
least.
I mean.
And then 64 squares, AK, the trap goat. That's Mans. I think he's gonna try really hard. He's very motivated. I think he'll do really well.
My goat.
wait, this
My
is
goat as well.
TTG?
Yeah.
No,
Oh,
No.
it's a joke. Elodin.
No, it is.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it
I'm
is.
out. I'm out of the click, boys.
TTG isn't banned. This
Okay,
is
I'm-
just his new name.
Anyway,
Anyway, moving on.
yeah.
Okay,
I don't know
moving
how
on.
he's doing in SSUers, but he's a good player, so he'll probably do decently well at least.
Yeah, I have high hope. I mean, I trusted him to tiebreak for West, and I think he played really well in World Cup overall, so I'm sure he'll do fine. They got Mensme Charm, Team Charm. Okay, that's really annoying. And then they have
Oh.
Attorney. This is also, I feel like, a very underrated core. Like, Mensme gives off the vibe that he doesn't try, but I definitely think he's gonna try hard.
also has highways as
Yeah.
a sub.
He's
Yeah,
also
that's
really
Mans
good.
for him, and I'm sure he's gonna
Yep.
do well. He's a good
I think
player.
he'll be
Yeah,
fine.
he easily do really well.
Highways is great support too. Mensmeet's gonna do really well. I think. I really like him as a player.
Yeah, me
He's a
too.
pretty good teammate too.
I see Mincemeat doing really well.
And then Charm
Yeah.
Flash. I really wanted Charm Flash on my team. Actually, we're gonna win this tour together. I think he's really good, and he's gonna try really hard too. So. Pretty
Yeah.
Tony, what do you think?
Oh, I agree. I think he's a very good value pick for RU or PU in this tour.
Yeah. Yeah. I think he'll do fine, probably.
RU is top heavy though. Like I don't know if like for the price, I think he'll definitely get like 3 or 4 at least. But I'm not sure if he'll get more because the RU pool is good. So we'll see.
Yeah. Nah, that's facts.
I would
That's
say
speaking
Team
of-
Charm is a bigger question mark to me because this is
that's the worst
first
slot,
tournament.
I think.
That is definitely the worst slot, like 100%.
I think Charm Flash's performance will depend largely on what kind of teams he brings.
Oh yeah, if he tries to
Or
flex,
rather,
then he's gonna lose.
if his teams work or not. Because he does have a pretty unique take on the meta.
He does. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Team Charm also has a unique take, but I don't know if it's a good kind of unique.
A uniquely bad take, bro. Not a good take. I'll say.
I liked what I saw from Team Charm, honestly. Like in like Slam.
He definitely. I think he'll be active for sure too. He's my manager in a side tournament, like an unofficial tournament, and he's really on top of things there.
I bet.
And
yeah.
Wasn't Team Charm the guy who first used Skill Swap Dancy? Or am I misremembering?
I don't know.
I remember seeing it in Slam. I thought it was him.
Could have been.
I thought it was Wata, honestly.
It was
I
definitely
might.
not him.
I do have to add. They do have the goat on the bench, which is my friend, my guy Ark. That is the
I
goat.
think
Archie's
Arcade's
awesome.
great.
Oh,
bench.
they-
Yeah.
That is an amazing bench player.
They
Amazing.
had really good
Yeah.
subs this team does. They have highways for UU building, Arc, and Rosie Bear, and Izza.
Oh,
All three,
Rosie!
all four of them are really
Oh,
nice.
That's our boy. Yeah.
Arc Charm Flash is interesting because Charm Flash uses unorthodox shit, and Arc is gonna be like,
Yeah, maybe that'll work for them or against them. Who knows?
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, Arc will definitely quality check, like the real out there shit that Charm Flash might be thinking of. So
Yeah, and that's
Yeah,
really important as well, of course.
yeah,
I think Ark will try to help like everyone he can, not only Charm.
for sure, for sure.
As he told before the draft, he told me he was gonna be very active.
Hell yeah.
He's a great teammate. He's a really good teammate.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. This is a pick I like a
PU.
lot, actually. Like, if I was managing, I would pick Termi as my PU. I think Termi is super good, super active, and, like, she really shines in PUPL for what that's worth. Like, every time I watch her play PUPL, she's, like, farming everybody. So, I have a lot of faith in that slot, too.
She did win the final game.
I heard she was a bit tilt prone, but I've also heard she's got better at it, like at handling the tilt.
Yeah. I'm sure that you get that as just, like, you play more. And she also has friends in Tala and Snaga. So,
Nice.
yeah. Yeah, I think that'll be a good slot. Lyroxel, my only knowledge of this guy is he got like really salty at something in LCPL, but I don't remember what, so maybe I'm misremembering. But I think he did well in like a bunch of LC tournaments, so there's like a reason he's there.
I think it's a question mark.
Team Charm and
I don't
Lyroxel definitely the
Yeah.
biggest question marks for sure.
Yeah.
But
I think
other-
those are
other
like
than
they're-
that, the team
those are
is
really
pretty
the
good.
only weak spots, though. I feel like the team's pretty solid everywhere.
I agree.
Other than that,
Yeah.
You guys have anything else to say about these guys?
no, I would rank them as a
no.
contender.
Yeah, it's a pretty straightforward
I'm
team,
good.
honestly. Just like really solid players in most of the slots.
Yeah.
Alright, would you guys disagree with contenders? I feel like probably not.
No.
Or would you say best team?
Yeah, I'd agree.
Anyone say best team?
Well, we can put them there for the moment, I guess.
I would just do contender.
Alright, contender.
I do contender, yeah.
I did contender, yeah.
Okay.
But I mean, they were so far the best team in my opinion. But I do
agree with
contenders.
that. Okay, now we have the TDKs. Honestly, like,
Yeah.
despite the start of spending like 40K on somebody, which like regardless of how good a person is, that's just so much money on a person. I think they kind of salvaged it a bit. Like, let's see. So besides TPP, TDK, and Decay, which was like all the money, HSA will do like he'll probably do average. He's a pretty average, a little bit above average player. Zom pretends he doesn't care, but I think he'll try very hard and care.
Yeah, me too.
Franny,
Yeah.
Franny is solid. He might be one of the weaker ones. I don't know about Matt.
Yeah, they don't have a doubles bench player either. I
Oh,
think.
that's a big mistake actually. You can't really do that because Franny isn't even a doubles main, right? Like doesn't he
Well,
play like Black
he-
and White OU or
He's the
something?
main, but he also plays.
He used to be doubles main.
Oh, okay.
Like he has played doubles previous generations. I remember the first Snake draft, he was a doubles player. Because I remember
Yeah.
posting that meme that got him really mad at me.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so
But I don't know like how versatile he is in like Gen 8 doubles, obviously.
yeah, and I think a lot of the doubles
Yeah.
players are close enough where they would help each other like pretty much every week. Like, so support might not be an
Yeah.
issue then. Who knows?
And also, wasn't Zelma playing? I guess he wasn't playing Smogon doubles, but he was playing a lot of VGC.
Oh
from
yeah,
what I talked to him.
Zom will help a lot. He's very into VGC and he's doing pretty well. So I would assume he would
Yeah.
contribute to that. Yeah.
Yeah, he is very into VGC. He was in the. I was on his VGC Premier League team, and he's like super active in that, like building testing.
Yeah, he loves that tier for sure.
Yeah, he does.
So Manaphy and Ubers. I don't know who Manaphy is. I know they posted like some really bad memes in the Ubers Premier League commencement or something. But
Yeah.
Uh,
what would you say, Gary and Tony, about Manaphy?
No,
I'm not too sold on Mana.
He's like one of the Uber's mains that has played Ubers in all his time on Smogon. He used to be in Ubers when Ubers was still an SPL,
Oh shit!
and now
That's ages ago.
he's yeah. And no, he's played SS Ubers pretty much all generation. And he's definitely one of the best, like 5, 10 at least, maybe 5 Ubers mains. He did well in Ubers Premier League, and he's good. He's good.
How would you say the
I'm
best
not-
Ubers
I'm
mains
not that
equates to
convinced.
like the Ubers pool in SEL? Like how would
It depends
how do you
on-
stack up to that?
It depends on how someone like M Dragon does, which is like a bigger question mark. But I think he's like middle of the pack, lower end of the pack ish, like 5 towards 7 rank.
Okay.
Yeah, they do have Reggie though for as
Yeah.
a sub.
Oh, I think
Yeah.
LJ is pretty good as a player, actually.
He is.
Okay.
I think he's a shithead, but he's a good
Yeah,
player.
he's definitely not
Exactly.
this guy. Okay.
No, he's nice enough. He's fine.
All right.
He's good support too. He'll be fun in the chat.
Yeah, honestly, I'm assuming they paid roughly 6K for Manaphy and Reggie, maybe like 7. So that seems like decent value. Like not the worst given.
It does seem like
how
decent
good
value.
they
They'll
are.
get a couple wins. They'll get a couple Ubers wins, yeah.
Manaphy was 5.5. Reggie was 3.
Okay, so 8.5. That's yeah.
That's okay. That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's
And Reggie also plays OU and made like top 16 of OST or something, so he can like test and maybe flex into OU or something.
Sure. If he's an active god, then I'm sure they'll get their money's worth. All right, we have Bushtush, our boy. Bush, how do you?
Yeah,
how do
that's
you
like the
feel
main weakness, I'd say. I drafted Bushtush with TDK in UUPL, and every week was a complete roller coaster.
Yeah.
So
I don't know.
we'll have to see how it goes.
I think he went 0-2 versus Avarice, who's not even starting. So I don't know. It's a little sketch.
Yeah. The rest of the lineup looks
Alright.
pretty good at least.
Yeah,
So
everybody besides Bush really is just pretty good.
Hey, you guys gonna eat these words. You will eat those words, I swear.
All right.
Yeah, all right. I'm gonna be real with this one, okay?
You gotta be brutally honest. That's it. That's all
I
it
gotta
takes.
be brutally honest, bro.
Say it.
Bush is like, he's washed up. I'm gonna be real. Bush is definitely washed up. This man is not at his prime.
I agree.
And yeah, and TDK for 38K. That's like,
yeah.
I don't know. It's like a fucking 35K overpay. But
Whoa.
but I think this team is actually really good, all things considered. Because like they got so much value off of some. I don't know how, but they have. If you look at this team, like you know, basically every single person, right? And they got like Zomog for 4.5. HSA. How much was HSA?
Probably
Like
It's 30.
3K. Like
Yeah.
He was 3.
yeah, and like these dudes, like TPP, TDK, HSA, they know each other. They were literally just like winning World Cup,
Yeah.
right, together. And HSA started for most of that tour too. So
Won it.
like, yeah, this is such a like. I think this team is just like I was saying earlier. I don't think that one team. I don't remember who it was exactly. I felt like they lacked cohesion. This team, they made a really cohesive team, even though they had arguably a 40K. Paying 40K too much for TDK, but I think they're gonna do well. I actually think they're gonna do well
I
because
honestly
like
agree with that. Yeah. Their team.
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree. There's not a lot.
like yeah.
Well,
also False is actually good now. I don't know if you guys
Yeah,
got that memo, but False learned to play. It's something that I needed to adjust to a little bit, but he's definitely good now.
Dude, False False
Yeah.
played well as GSC, right? Or like pretty well, and then
Dude.
also
Forward.
has been farming PU for a long time. Like won Open, went
False is in like
3.
10 tournaments at a time at all times nowadays, and he wins in all of them.
Wow, that's crazy.
He farms like the circuits too. He's everywhere you look is a false win post, I swear. With like the BAP format, the like false 2-0 insert opponent here.
This was a pretty impressive draft to me because like obviously, like I said before, spending 40k on somebody is gonna change your plans a lot. And despite that,
Yeah.
I feel like they ended up with really solid picks that are gonna try hard.
Yeah, I can confirm
Yeah.
that.
Dude, I
Well,
used to
the
be a
fact-
false hater because I used to ride on the shake train of false being like the enemy of the sheep for Oceania. But he's actually pretty good now. He's actually really good.
He's really improved. False is definitely
Yeah.
good.
Most
We'll
improved.
have
Yeah,
to
for
see
sure.
how Franklin does in RU.
That's
And
is
Yeah.
that their
then-
biggest question mark? Is it Manaphy and Franklin as their biggest question mark?
Nah, Bush.
Yeah.
Bush is
I
gonna
mean-
go negative.
I mean, we know.
I guess it's not a
Bush is
question mark when you know,
yeah.
right?
Not
Yeah.
really.
Whoa, what is going on? Like,
It's all love. It's all love.
alright.
I know Franklin is somebody Ajna gassed up, but Ajna also thinks most, like 90% of other players are dog shit.
Yeah, no. You cannot listen to him because he's so loyal to the RU community. He just says everyone is good, and if you don't main RU, you must be trash.
No, he
Like,
says Mace is dog shit, and I'm gonna lose a lot with Mace teams. That's what he told me.
damn. If you are an RU main and Ajna thinks you're bad, you really must
Yeah,
not be
I don't
good.
know. I don't know how that works. We'll see. All right.
I can say about the Franklin that I teamed with him for RU World Cup, and he went like 4-0,
Okay.
and we won the tournament off of
Okay.
that. So
Their draft is just sounding better
Yeah,
and
we'll
better
see.
as we talk. You know.
it's still
No.
it's their only player that hasn't played in a team tournament before too, which I like to
That's-
see.
that's
Like 9 out of
good.
10 have experience in team tours, so
And we don't really need to
No.
talk about Decay, right? Like Decay is
Well, we
really
do.
good when he
The,
doesn't choke.
the sticky web just got banned.
Yeah, the
So
Sticky Web got banned.
Yeah.
Decay is going 9-0. You heard it here.
I'd like to I'd like to ask a
What?
question. Do you guys think Bush falls under the case victory effect, where after you get unbanned, you cost way more than anyone else?
sure, because
Yo,
just
100%.
after case
100%.
victory.
I'll be honest.
'Cause-
I actually think Bush is worth more money than he costs. That's my boy. I think he's very active. He makes the team chat a lot better just by being really dumb. And I think he's solid, so I think he's actually worth more. Like I wanted Roses to go more, but he just wouldn't.
Wasn't Bush
Fucking
like, I was
roses,
more
dude,
in
I swear.
SPL than SCL, but wasn't Bush like 15 plus in
Yeah, Bush
SPL?
costs more in SPL than SEL.
okay, but that's
Yeah.
the callous tax
That is
because
true.
Bush was
Yeah.
banned for like 2 years, which means he had to treat tournaments like POCL like SPL, and then he ends up in Callus's team, and Callus gets the one guy that's as motivated as he is
Oh my God, you're
for
right.
POCL, and then Callus is like, this guy's a genius. He cares so much. He wins in every
Oh my
tier.
God, you're
I'm going 15K right now today, and that's why Bush is expensive.
But it takes two to up it to 15K.
Yeah, but the other person is Snaga.
I forgot.
That was all me too. I can't lie.
oh, like,
Speaking
speaking
of,
of,
Hey Tony.
Oh, yo,
Yo,
good timing.
What's up?
Talk to us about Bushtush.
Oh, boss, that's my guy, dude.
Yeah, that's my
Oh.
guy. That's what they say.
My guy, bro. That's what I'm talking about.
Sorry, girl.
Oh,
yo,
we
I don't know
haven't-
who I'm kidding. I'd pay 20k for Bush, bro. I'd
Dude,
pay
me too.
20k for Bush
Unironically,
Dude,
I
yeah.
would.
in a minute, bro. Because
Yeah.
if I'm gonna lose the tournament,
Bro.
then I might as well just lose the tournament with Bush,
Exactly.
bro. And like the chances of me winning are 1 in 10. So like, just get Bush.
Over.
That's
I'm not gonna lie.
Nothing but facts.
This is what I like to hear, bro. This is what I like to hear. Music to my ears.
We haven't talked about
I like that.
TPP, actually. 26k.
I love
think-
TPP.
I think he's way
This
better
is
now. He's
a
also
unique
not-
experience for him though, because this is the first time he's the star player though of his OU core,
Right?
and he has to like be that guy. Like he wasn't in the tiebreaker for World Cup, for example, and now he's the guy.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I think he could have been, but he was more apt to want to sit out to let everyone else play.
Right.
That's too nice.
I
Why
was-
is he too nice? He can't.
Yeah.
I was pretty surprised that
think
TPP was more than
deserved
Ox.
to play it.
Honestly.
I think.
Yeah, but
Maybe
you know what? The
definitely
thing is, everyone loves TPP, and that affects your price tag.
That's fair.
easily
That's-
the
Yeah.
case, yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, TPP is just the nicest guy.
It's weird how one can be this nice on fucking Smogon, but he does it, so nothing
Yeah.
but respect.
That's legit why Tama was 8, dude, because
Also true.
everyone was like, oh my god, he's so annoying, and now he's 8k. That's what happened.
That is what happened.
That's what it takes.
I'm a little
That's
upset.
just what happens.
It
Yeah.
So where are we ranking this? I would actually put them as like A or B. Like I think this is a lot.
I think A is getting a bit too crowded.
That's true.
I feel like they're. I mean, I'd put them in B just because they have like more. I don't know. I really like everyone on this team, but like, so I'm kind of biased towards like wanting to say they're A just because I'm literally friends with everyone.
Right.
But I feel like they're more. If they don't perform, then they're more of a B. That would be my opinion.
I feel like they have too many iffy slots to be A tier. They have like the Franklin, False, and Bush. So
We went over this. False is God now.
yeah,
Yeah,
I saw
False
like
is
the
good.
finals in the seasonal or something.
All right. So
So
it
what do you-
sounds
what
like
do you
B
guys
to
think?
me. Our first B tier.
It works, I
I
think.
think that would make sense. Because they do have the
Yeah.
spent 40k on a player debuff. So yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
That shit never wins.
What team is this?
That was crazy.
Octopexes.
Shut up,
bro, you're
Tony.
gonna have to carry. You're gonna have to carry. But
It
no
sucks,
pressure.
Yeah, no pressure,
It's
but
not
please build
necessarily
5 teams a
what he
week.
wants. Like he definitely doesn't want to do that, but it just happened.
Every time.
Yeah.
Oh, here's a good team. Our controversial team. It's the Mount Silver.
This team was
Foxes.
fire, dude.
This team is actually
Finching.
fire. I actually really
I
like this
feel
team
like-
for some reason.
I think this team is gonna crash and burn.
Yeah, I think it's the least active chat, maybe in team tournament
way.
history. Like even worse than every iteration of the Tigers. But
No, it just feels like kind of like the Finch Cryos in a sense to me. Just like a solid regular season into a comfortable semifinals loss.
yeah,
I
I,
feel
can see
I
like-
think that'd be fair.
that. I
What?
can see that.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna
I
sit
think-
this one
I
out because I'm
think-
personally insulted that you guys would think that of the greatest team of all time.
Which, you were on that team.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Wait, are you saying this is the greatest team of all time?
Yes,
Oh,
this
no,
is the greatest
explain
team.
yourself. Say it.
What do you mean? It's my team.
This is your team?
Yes,
Bro.
Where
it's
are
my
you?
team. What?
He's a sub.
Wait, I'm a sub.
Oh
That's
my
how
God,
good we
you're
are.
washed,
I'm
bro.
a sub.
Or you just washed?
Wait, I'm not washed. What the hell? I just don't play the
Washed.
game anymore.
I feel
I'm
like this team is the platoon, but without Tony.
True. I
What?
like that. I like that.
I'm not sure about that.
Look, Watashi.
That's not-
Santu,
okay.
M Dragon.
You have to explain that.
Okay, so Watashi, Santu, and M Dragon, obviously very skilled players in their own right, but how much do they care? How active are they?
Is this a question for me?
If just in general, like if you know for sure, you could say
Oh.
it.
Oh no, they're pretty active.
Really, all of them.
Yeah, all of them.
Yeah, I'm sure
From what I
Foley
can
is
tell.
very
I mean,
active.
Yeah, and Elodin has never told a lie either, so.
No, I'm serious. They're all pretty active. Like I got into the channel. I was as surprised as you guys. I was
just
like,
chatting it up, casual small talk with Watashi and Santu, you know,
Yeah.
talking about your day.
Wait,
That's
Watashi
right,
and
yeah.
Santu are actually boys though, because of our NUPL run. So that's actually not
Apples.
surprising, right?
Yeah.
bro, Watashi is always online.
Yeah,
He's
he,
always
I mean,
online.
I'm not
What's his line
disputing that. That I won't deny. He is always online, but that doesn't mean necessarily.
When I got into the channel, my first reaction was like, "Damn, bro, M Dragon, how'd you buy me again last?" Because he bought me last year, and I went like 2-7, and I was like, "Why did you buy me again, bro?" And he was like, "Dude, I'm not managing, I'm playing." I'm like, oh shit, that's really good. That's good for you because you're the GOAT. Yeah, so I think he's excited. Like, I don't remember the last time I saw Dragon play instead of Manage. So I think he's pretty hype.
That's good.
It's
That's
been a
what
while.
I want to hear.
Like-
I love watching M-Dragon play. That's daddy. That's
But even
daddy.
I've played more recently than M Dragon in
You
either
wanna play
SPL
with me, too?
or SCL.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
surprised M Dragon was 7K, but to be
That's-
honest, I wasn't expecting anything crazy. Because like
I would expect
M Dragon
15K.
did play.
Yeah, I thought a little
I
more.
I would
M
expect
Dragon
10.
did play in World Cup, and things happened.
Oh.
Oh,
the
the
last
future
time M Dragon played current gen Ubers was the return incident where he had one base power return.
Oh.
Like,
Yeah,
let's
that
not
was
talk
good.
about that. Yeah.
and I feel like
game was great.
I feel like
Yeah, I enjoyed that too. Yeah.
I did not
I feel
personally.
like he wasn't that big of an underpay, but I definitely expected more. Like
Yeah, I think people
don't
just weren't really sure what to expect, what to do.
Yeah.
And then the bid is at like 7K, and the manager like thinking, M Dragon, I guess. Like,
Yeah, I was thinking that. I was like, I should bid on this definitely, but
like should I? But what if he doesn't know? Like,
yeah, what if we got
what
him?
things do?
Yeah.
I,
There also
I
are a lot of
think-
mainer managers, so they're probably scared of drafting like a big name like that, right?
Nah, I think he'll do fine. I think he'll do fine. They have
Yeah,
support
he'll do
too on the bench.
I
Who's
think
their
this
support?
team, the reason
Aberforth,
our team is
Palm Man.
like so good to me is that we actually got like really great players, and they were all underpays in my opinion. Like I feel like there were tournaments in the past where Finch was a lot more expensive, FLCL was a lot more expensive. Like we got
That's
Santu
true.
for 4K.
That
Like,
was
that's
not
so
okay.
cheap for Santu. Yeah,
that was
it's
crazy.
insane. That's
very good.
ridiculous.
He's very good. Yeah.
Yeah, this is the first
Yeah,
time Finch
and
has been
then,
under
like-
20.
And M Dragon for 7, like I mean, yeah, M Dragon shouldn't be like insanely expensive, but he's still like one of the best ever. So
Yeah,
you gotta
100%.
like pay up. So
I
don't know.
think a lot of you had.
Yeah. No, you
I
can
think-
go.
I think a lot of their players were definitely underpriced, but also I don't know. I feel like at the same time their lineup isn't incredible at all. Really, like I don't think there's any
Yeah.
huge.
I think the
Star
low tier
player.
is kind
This
of.
might be the worst lower
They-
tier lineup, or one of
Yeah.
the worst, right? Like Adam, Llama,
Yeah.
Ziri. I don't. Telenet's
Well,
solid, I think.
It's accurate. I think Expulso starts in either LC or RU. I think
Yeah.
LC.
I mean, Talent's kind of high in a PR still.
I think Telenet is solid actually, but the other ones I'm a little
Yeah.
worried about.
And Telenet and Ziri are like best friends that prep together. So
Oh.
Yeah, they
That's a
did great
huge
Snake
buff,
3
yeah.
together.
Okay, that's a big difference then.
yeah, it's like a core. They're like the close friends, and they'll help each other prep.
I know.
I
They
feel like
both
Memrick-
play each other's tiers too.
Yeah, I know Memrick didn't
Yeah.
want to start, right? Memrick was just like, get me.
Yeah, their
get me to
doubles,
support.
I think was
somebody.
a mistake. I think they should have, because they spent like over 10K total between Memorik and Yo Buddy. Yo Buddy's their sub also went
Yeah.
for like 5K, and I don't know why. Why both for like 5-ish instead of getting like more, like a better starter or more experienced starter. Like Memorik is experienced, but Memorik specifically, like you said, signed up. Let me be a support for
Yeah.
someone.
Yeah, that stuck out to
Yeah.
me as well. That's definitely their biggest question mark.
It's a good thing to point out too, because Quello was 8K, and you just said you could have spent 10 on one player.
Yeah.
True. What do you guys think about Llamas, Adam, Todao? What about those guys?
Adam will win 6.
Yeah.
6 of 5 games,
7.
yeah. I think so.
Yeah, I think Adam will do well. Not so
Yeah,
sure.
he's good. He's good, and he knows the metagame better than the rest of the pool.
You know,
I think.
you guys are always like telling me like Adam's not as good as like his price, but then I'm thinking about that time I got 3-0'd by him in Slam Finals, and I'm like, wait a minute, wait a minute, that doesn't add up.
Well, how much was he?
He's
I think he
he's
was
always
20.
extremely expensive though. He was a round 1 pick in Snake
he was-
last year.
Yeah,
He was 23.5, 23.5.
yeah, that's a lot
Jeez.
of money.
It is a lot.
Especially in
More
such
than
a competitive
Consider.
pool.
Also one of those players that would be cheaper without the social presence and being well liked and having funny YouTube videos. It's just it adds to the price.
Dude, yeah, you just gotta stop being a good person, and then you'll cost less.
Yeah, you have to be a
Exactly.
piece of shit,
Yeah.
and then you can be under 10.
Dude, this is just facts, like Tomahome.
Oh, that's how Bugsinator does it, dude. I
Also
swear.
true.
Okay, but Bugsinator is a wonderful person.
Yeah, but nobody knows that. That's the point.
Well, that is fair.
I remember Bugs told me he was gonna quit our snake team because I drafted Mary Berry in NUPL. And he was like,
Yeah.
you snaked me. I was like, I didn't even know you were on the other team, bro.
Bro, and he ended up winning 9.
It's
not
true,
even a
he
problem.
did. It's not a problem.
Not even an issue.
That's not
Not
a
an issue at all.
problem.
Just a
UPL.
mini heart attack, yeah.
Oh.
Speaking of NUPL, isn't this the best NU team? Like, Ziri's going to go 10-0. There's no way. Look at how
What?
much support he has.
This team would win NUPL incredibly hard.
Oh,
You're
it
right.
would win NUPL.
You could put M Dragon in ADV NU.
Oh shit, you're right.
Look at
Atomic Llamas,
he has
DPP
support from
NU.
Finch and FLCL. How could he lose? He's
Oh
not
my
going to
God.
lose a single game.
Oh, dude, they have
Okay.
Expulso too. That's not even on your screen.
Okay, I don't
This
think
this would
Finch,
farm NUPL.
I don't think Finch is gonna do too good for the NU slot. I think it should just be Telene and Wata.
No, dude, Finch would be on the bench if this was NUPL. Wouldn't even start.
Nah, he
Oh.
NU, bro. It's fine.
Yo, that's
Oh.
I paid 32K for Finch, and he went like 07 in NUPL. That is true.
Oh, you did do that.
Just let Watashi give Son to some teams and it'll be fine. That's
Yeah.
what they did this year.
Wow, that's weird.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
do have the best NUPL team in history. That's crazy.
No, I'm not on it.
Damn. Oh, true.
Oh, whoa. Ego.
Actually, what was your NUPL record, Carson? Why don't you tell the people?
It was a 9-0.
Oh!
9-0, is that what you said? 9 wins, 0 losses?
Wow, that's impressive.
9 wins, 0 losses.
Wow.
Dude, that's so good. I think I'm going to go 38K in the auction. God
Yeah,
damn.
that sounds great, dude.
And he won PUPL
Mind you.
finals tiebreak? Oh, say less. 38K.
Oh, shit.
Oh my god. Alright,
Yeah.
Toad out. I don't know a lot about this guy. I'll be honest.
I
seen
don't
his
know
name
shit
around.
either.
But
Yeah,
about it.
no clue.
French too, probably wouldn't draft.
Alright, we'll just assume he's bad then.
would not recommend.
I think he's okay. He's probably okay.
I think
good.
so. Wait, Elodin, do you know which of the 2 slots Expulso is going to start in, RU or LC?
Honestly, I have no idea. I think I could probably look it up, but then I'm afraid that I'd be leaking a strategy, so I don't know.
Nah, it's okay.
Yeah, better keep that under wraps for 2 more days. You're right.
I think LC would be the more likely one
Yeah,
for him
for sure.
starting.
Wait, I don't know. I just generally don't know. I'm even looking at our chat, and like both Expulso and Noma's both have RU tags, so I don't know.
It's
Really.
fine.
Yeah.
I don't think Expulso is a significant upgrade over either the RU or LC though, so I don't think it changes a lot.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, it's a bit more.
Dude, he's
strength
pretty
than
good.
Toad.
He did good in Slam. And he's super motivated. He's like a
That's true.
extreme tryhard.
Yeah.
He's also prone to telling people to kill themselves though, so maybe
He's a bit weird, but he'll
I mean,
put in a lot of
dude,
time.
You're automatically a good player, dude.
That's true.
Gama
That does help. It does give you a
That's a-
boost.
that's
That's a boost.
true.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, where
Yeah.
are we putting the Mount
Rank
Silver
this team.
Foxes?
Before we rank them, Elodin, you want to go to your chat and Control F? How many lines Watashi has in
Oh,
your server?
this is important.
Don't do that.
The live update.
Do not lie. Do
Yeah,
not lie. You have to be honest.
we need to know. We need to know.
I'm gonna be
Oh,
real.
definitely like 76.
He's joined the
He
chat,
has
right?
Bro, he's about to spam like something in your chat right now.
102.
No way. That
No
is
fucking
cap.
shot.
Stop lying, bro.
Can Watashi shut up ever?
The real number is 103.
That's what I thought.
Oh.
Alright, that's actually way
better than
more.
I thought.
That's a lot. That's a
Yeah.
lot.
All right. They can definitely
That's more than he
triple
had on the
digits?
Tigers. That's
more
what I'm
than
saying.
Me. That's more than me. I don't even know what I'm talking about.
Yo.
Alright. This is the best team then. I mean, I don't know.
Alright, let's relax.
It's decided.
Yo, wait.
Somebody has to take the
What
best
do you guys think
slot.
about me on the bench? No one said anything about me on the bench. What the hell?
For morale. Great for morale. keeps
No,
everyone
I
in
would say
check.
negative
Yo.
to morale, actually. I think.
What the fuck? Why was
I mean,
everyone like they have Malika on the
hey,
bench?
bro,
Then when
when
it's
Ziri-
me, it's like morale.
Listen. When Ziri has a Zatu
You're
on his
not very
team
intimidating
and
compared to
he
Malekith.
lets rocks go up, you're gonna flame him, and that's just facts.
I think
Yeah,
as long as
true.
they don't let you in game discussion chat, they'll be fine.
So that's I
What the
agree with
fuck?
this. This is the difference between being a contender and average.
All right. Sure.
Where
But so you're saying
Where
you're
are we?
saying
Okay.
you're saying you want to put a Finch team as a contender?
Oh shit, no.
As in,
I physically cannot do that.
that's what I'm thinking too.
I would put them,
That's where I'm struggling because they're good. Like they have a good lineup, but you would be saying that a Finch team could win.
Okay, wait, but if they're a playoff team, then doesn't that just make them contenders by definition? Because Finch makes playoffs. He just
Oh,
doesn't
I don't
win.
know.
Well, no.
Well, that's why I was thinking a strong semifinals loss energy.
Yeah, I agree with that, but that means they're not a contender to win then if they are getting
Exactly. Yeah.
That's tough.
Can you stop
God.
saying we have strong semifinals loss energy? That's
That's just what I'm feeling.
Okay, Elodin, you said no
It's
shot
gonna
for
happen,
my
too.
team. That's fine. You're gonna have to take
yeah,
this.
you're right. You're
You're gonna
right.
have to take this.
Yeah.
Oh, I missed the
My bad,
Terrors,
my bad.
dude. Fuck.
I think I would put them in C personally. I
C?
don't rate them super high.
Whoa.
Yeah.
See, no.
I would not.
Hold
I
on.
would put
Please
them
do
at-
elaborate.
At least, yeah. Please.
Can we get an elaboration on C?
Well, in case you guys forgot, average would mean that half the teams would fall above it, and then half the teams would fall below it. It's kind of the point. So I don't think you can keep putting every team in contenders, and I definitely think they're one of the weakest teams that we rated. I don't think they're better than the Dynamos, for example.
Ooh.
What,
That's
dude?
juicy.
This guy is just, bro. Yo, you're right. Just put some D.
Okay, no,
You
okay.
can't just give up
Fuck
like
it.
that. You can't just say you're
Hey,
right.
this is the NU team, and Carson went 9-0 in
That's true,
NUPL.
he knows-
If he says it's C, it's C.
I have to agree, yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
the math
just
does add up. I
Yeah.
would still put
Dude,
them B
I'm
though,
just-
because I think the next team
I'm just
will
gonna
be
say
lower.
this. I'm just gonna say this once, bro. If you're so confident, Carson, when our teams face each other, I'm gonna ask to be subbed into NU, and then you can face me, bro.
Shit.
Oh
How about
shit!
that?
Okay, I would like that to win.
Oh,
easily agree to that.
Oh,
oh damn! He called you
Oh.
a free win, bro. Oh, okay, this is a little too juicy.
Nah, bro.
Oh.
That's fine. That's fine. We'll do it then. I'm already PMing King.
Yeah, alright. Let me hit up my boy King real quick. So do you guys
Wow.
actually agree that they're suboptimal? Is that the move?
Unfortunately, I do not agree with that.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
think they're B.
know. Like,
I think you've been
I
overruled
feel
by
like C is too
Carson.
harsh.
Alright, we're going with average. We'll order everything more at the end. Alright, moving on. We have the Circuit Breakers, aka the Rabbits, aka the Asian Sea.
All right, this team doesn't
I mean,
even have a logo. No shot.
Yeah, they really don't have a logo. They
Yeah.
have this shitty
They legit don't even have a logo. They couldn't get a retry, even though they should have gotten one when they
their
bid
avatar
19K.
is sick though. I'm not.
It's
gonna
just
lie.
not gone well.
Their avatar
And
is cool. Cyrus.
bad
Cyrus
start
is
for
good.
Rabbit.
that's true, he does.
So let's
Yo, wait,
see.
aren't they good?
They're solid,
team?
actually. They're not
Yeah, they're pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh wait.
Yeah,
no,
they're
wait,
good. They're definitely one of the. Oh, dude, they're
I don't
fucking
know.
shit.
Based on the math, they can't be a contender or average. So we might have to put them suboptimal.
Yeah, that's true.
But realistically, I think their OU core is like okay. I don't love it actually. Lord Ends, he has a good World Cup, but he's like the second most boring player. The tier list of boring players to me is Lord Ends. No, it's actually Insult, Lord Ends, and then Finch as my top 3 boring players. And I don't know. I feel like unless he manages to bring something crazy, then it's just not gonna go well. People are just gonna bring Magnazone and just win.
Wasn't this the most expensive OU core as well?
Is
Like
it?
pretty far ahead too. Yeah, Lord Ends was 27,
Oh,
Lusa was 19K, and Serene was 7. I think.
That's the way it's
Yeah,
more
I think it was
expensive than
7.
ours, was it?
I think it was, but it might. I'll check.
Ours was 60 something, I think. No, I see. That's was 10K. Yeah.
I honestly
check.
think this
Give me a
team
second.
could be better if they just did a I don't know, row swapped some slots. I don't know how good their Daunt versus is. Maybe you guys can like fill me in on
Serene
that.
will get him the best
On the
matchup
up.
every week. So
Yeah, I have
he has
no
that,
clue
he has
who
that
he
going
is.
for him at the very least.
Yeah.
Daunt versus was on
Serene-
Serene Grace's LCPL team. That's why he's their pick.
Okay, I have faith
And
just
he-
because of that. I'll be honest.
Hey, by the way, you were more expensive by 4K, Snaga.
Nice.
But I do think Renchon should probably be starting in NU, and then maybe you could slot Sabella in OU. I think that would give them their OU maybe a boost. I personally think
Really?
Sabella. I think so.
Well-
Serene and LC.
Week
Serene can't
3
play
on,
LC
yeah.
for now.
Well, yeah,
For the
dude,
first
Serene
two
and
weeks,
LC is up. Serene would have cost 3 times what he cost if he actually signed up for LC, but he specifically
Yeah.
doesn't want to play.
Oh, so he literally cannot play.
For the first,
Not in the first 2 weeks, but I think he won't
Yeah, I
all
honestly
tournament.
think
He just doesn't want to.
I think he'll
Yeah,
just build
he just
for
doesn't
Daunt
want to.
versus, get Daunt versus best matchup, and it'll just come down to Daunt versus not trolling the matchup and winning. Like
Right.
Yeah.
That's what it feels like at least.
Yeah, that makes sense. But like, that's the thing. I feel like this team could be a lot better with some different slots because I personally don't see Serene as like the powerhouse that he is in LC and OU. So
I
that
can
gives
agree
them
with
like,
that, yeah.
He isn't. He isn't.
yeah. So that tones
Definitely.
it down a little bit. For
He's
sure.
God at Little Cup, but
Yeah.
But I mean, if you don't want to play, that's a completely different.
yeah, no, good for him. You know, do what you want to do.
For doubles,
Yeah, for sure.
this is like one of the only players I can comment on. I think Spurific is really good. I think he's been killing
Me
it
too.
in VGC,
Yeah.
and I'm pretty positive it'll transfer to doubles. And I think Emmy will probably help him too. So
He already went positive in Snake 3 as well.
Yeah, like
He was like one of the 2 good players on the Rattlers for us.
is that it?
It was like him and Kushalos, and you know everyone else went like neutral or negative.
I was positive. Thank you very much.
Oh, very good. I was neutral. I think Solent was also positive actually, but Solent got very unlucky that tour. But yeah,
What do you guys think of Byron for Ubers?
I think Iron was super good at SM. I do not follow SS at all, but he seems a lot busier and less active.
neither does he. So we'll see. He's definitely one of the best like overall Ubers players, and is also someone that plays like every tier and has a lot of experience. He's played a few Uber seasonals too, but he's definitely not as familiar with the metagame or the player base as some of the other guys. But he's as good of a player as most of them. So if they can figure out metagame knowledge and teams, he should be fine.
As long as
Hopefully
he has
knows-
to face Whirlpool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ghost
yeah, he
type
does not know
mechanics are-
whirlpool mechanics at all, or ghost type mechanics.
My expectation for Punny in this is I think he's gonna, correct me if I'm wrong, I feel like he'll help every single slot because I think he's besides doubles, I think he's capable of that based on like how much knowledge and experience he has in every tier. So I'm really
Yeah.
surprised he went for as cheap as he did, given he can do that. But maybe I'm missing something.
Yeah. No,
Oh, he
also-
should have been more.
I
Yeah, he
I
definitely should've
said
been more.
before the draft, I told Tony in PM that Punny was going to be cheap compared to what like people anticipate and how the other prices in the draft go. I think Punny was way cheaper than he should have been, and I don't know how active he is as a teammate. I've never teamed with him other than UUPL, but he didn't really help out other slots there. But it was UUPL. But if he does here, it's definitely a huge buff to this team.
Yeah.
And I think this team is pretty decent in the
Yeah.
first place, even if Punny just focuses on RU and like
Oh, yeah,
8-0s and
for sure.
8-1s, 9-0s. But yeah, if he does help, that's pretty big.
Yeah, I mean
He's
Punny
been
will be
legit
starting
untouchable
1-0, so it's
in
fine.
RU.
He won literally everything the past year.
Nobody is coming into this tour in any tier as dominant as Punny has been in RU the last like year, 2 years.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
That's true.
ridiculous.
Yeah. And
mean-
honestly, I feel like that's also the first time in like that Punny is like the goat of the team that he's in. I don't know if that's like actually true, but it feels that way. That he is like the biggest name now on the team, even though he's been like, a really good player for so long. Yo, did you drop
You're right, I
something?
think.
I think you're right. But maybe he was up there for one of the scooters in the past season or two.
For my snake
Yeah.
team, it was Ajna and Punny as like our top two. So
Yeah.
he has a little bit of experience at the top, like being the top guy for his team. But yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's weird to say that 30K is an underpay, but I do think that does apply to Punny. I think he's really good, and he's also like really chill to talk to. I think he's a good teammate. So
Yeah,
honestly,
it's
I think-
really weird that he's cost a lot, but he's still like an underpay. He's like the only one I would probably say. Yeah.
I think as well that the RU pool like at the moment is like super stacked with big names, and that him being your top player is really good because that pool is definitely going to be hard, and I still anticipate him to like go extremely positive there.
Yeah,
I don't
he's
see him
give him a
definitely
confidence
positive.
boost week 1. Like that's not a big deal to me. It's fine. But yeah. So L numbers, Sabella, and Niter. I would say L numbers and Sabella are pretty major question marks in their tiers, and I would say
Yeah.
Niter is gonna do really well in PU.
I think those two are probably the biggest question marks, like you said, other than maybe Serene, OU.
And
But
I guess Dom versus
L
B.
numbers. L numbers
Yeah.
is a huge tryhard, but I don't know if that will translate into getting a lot of wins.
He played in
Big
World
fire.
Cup, right?
He's pretty good.
Like he
Yeah.
played in
Yeah, he
OU
did.
World Cup.
I think he went
did,
He
Sure.
played versus me in playoffs. I do think that he wasn't that impressive in World Cup. I feel like Germany was a like really good team. I mean, they did make it pretty
Well,
far.
he's also playing UU, which is one of the
Yeah,
most
but-
active pools.
Yeah, I don't know how active he is in UU. That's the thing.
I think
But
Well,
he's
he's a UU main.
Yeah, he's a
He is.
He's a UU main, but
Yeah.
I'm talking about the pool, like being good.
yeah,
So
And then
with
Sabella's
Sabella,
like,
I don't know how I feel about it.
I don't know about Sabella and NU, but I have a funny story about Sabella. I was like, dude, we teamed in SPL, right? I was like, dude, I want some LC team so I can practice for Grand Slam. Do you think you can hook me up with some? And he was like, yeah, dude, for sure. Then he linked me up PokePaste, and all the teams were monotype LC.
No.
To test with someone, I don't remember who it was, and they were like, dude, you're literally using a monotype team. I was like, what? And they were like, yeah, I mean, not Mr. Mime. What's the name of the Mr. Mime Jr. or whatever is psychic? And I was like, what? There's no way. They were like, yeah, way. It is a psychic type. You have 6 psychics. And I was like, oh shit. Sabella's just trash.
No.
Okay, he's pretty good, I think. He should, I don't know. It's hard to say if he's going to do well, but I mean, he does have support from Punny and Schneider, right? Schneider used to play a lot of
Schneider.
NU.
Wait, I always say SJ
Yeah,
Niter.
and Rancho.
Why do you
Say
say
Schneider.
Schneider? It's
I
just
don't
I just say
Schneider.
Niter, dude.
Because I don't think SJ is part of his like the rest of the name, right? Like it's not like combined. It's just
Well,
another part.
Schneider is
No, it's definitely Schneider.
Yeah, I say Schneider.
Is
with,
Schneider
with the
spelled
J
like a different way?
in a different place.
Yeah, but I mean,
With-
obviously the name Schneider was already taken, so that's why he went this route.
I don't know.
Yeah.
His name would be
What?
like Sam
With the
James
J?
Snyder.
Bro, SJ
Not.
Niter, bro.
Yeah, it's
It's
like
Schneider,
it has to
J,
be-
with,
everybody calls
It's
it
not
Schneider.
Schneider.
It has to be SJ Snyder.
with the J,
It is SJ Niter, bro.
with the J in a different place, it's the Dutch last name.
Alright, we're talking too much about this. Anyways,
Anyway,
alright.
Schneider was
Anyway.
pretty good in PUPL, and that's pretty much all the experience I had with him in PU.
PU is like current PU. I would say is pretty close to like really early NU. Obviously, like that just kind of makes
Yeah.
sense based on how jobs work. And Niter loved
Yeah.
that tier, so I think he's gonna do well in PU.
This tier's good. I like PU right now.
Yeah, he'll probably do it. If he's
I
motivated,
want to ask you guys something
like,
about this
if he
team.
cares, he'll do well.
What do you guys
don't
think
have to
about
play.
19K Lusa?
I think that's
I think
Not
that's really cheap.
that-
to be
For
honest.
an
Right.
S Tour winner, just off that alone, that's fine. Like, but
Yeah,
if
I
you
don't
look
think the
deeper into
price
it,
was
like, how
terrible,
good is Lusa
but-
actually? Maybe there's
I
a
think he
little
would have been
more.
much cheaper, if at all, if they didn't go hard 19.
I-
Like that was
I thought
still
he was gonna-
very actively being bid on, and he would have cost a
Yeah.
lot.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah, I
think
think
the
it would've been much
19 made a
cheaper.
difference. I'll be honest. Maybe 17 would have happened or something, or 16, but not a big difference.
That's what I think too.
All right,
You see.
I think we're good to rank this team then. I would say this is a pretty average team that maybe can contend at some points.
I would say average as well, but I would put them in no shot just because they don't have a logo.
That's true. That's a very fair
Yeah.
point. But no, we got to be the only team there. It's fine. They look so dumb in this shit with just the Melmetal.
I think they're average, yeah. I think they're
Yeah.
average.
I think they're
I think
average,
I
but
would
if
put
Putty
them
is literally
in-
putting his all into helping pretty much every slot, I think they're even better. So, but obviously
Yeah.
you don't want to expect that from one player, right? You don't want to be like, hey man, we're
Yeah.
buying you to literally support every slot.
I
Alright,
think they're B or C.
the final team,
We need a C plus tier.
we need a C plus tier.
The Gibles.
The Gibles. This is
The
another
Gibles.
team where it's like they spent 40K on one guy, but it didn't turn out awful, in my opinion. I don't know. It's
It
a
looks
weird
pretty
one.
awful to me.
I think there are some really good parts. Like Nat was like 12K, and Nat is really, really good at Pokemon. Rodri
that's
is
true.
BFFs with Garay, so I think Rodri is gonna do well just
Bro,
because he has a reason to care.
Rodri is gonna go 6'3" at the very least.
See,
calling
he
in now.
said it. He just said it. I believe it.
Yeah.
I
It's
think
been
this
like-
team is pretty good.
Yeah.
This team's actually pretty good.
Okay, you just said this team is awful, bro. What?
I took a look at their full lineup. And they're actually pretty good.
All right.
I'm kind of
No,
confused
I'm
for Rod.
serious, dude. They have HS. They have Chaitanya. They have London
HS.
Beach. This is a good
Chaitanya.
team.
Tritania.
I'm confused if they spent 18K on Rob Jr. for OU.
Yeah, that's
Like,
interesting. Did
made
Rob
no
Jr.
sense to
sign
me.
up for both OU and UU, or is it just OU?
Yeah, but then they went
Yeah.
20K on Luthier, so I don't know.
Okay.
That's because they planned with bro.
What are you talking about?
Dude, if
The
they
thing
did
is-
not spend 20K on Luthier because of Snaga, I think their team
That
is
was
so much
Snaga,
better because they
bro.
can just upgrade another slot. Like they can upgrade like Ryzo or some shit, or like
Little
Teal.
boosts.
Yeah.
The
But
thing
or like
is-
Skype. Like that was actually a
If-
huge place to like limit this team as a whole, Snaga. So this is the one manager moment I
Bro.
respect from you. So
Well,
there you go.
no, but we wanted like a Luthier at a decent price, and they had Rob Jr. already, so I was like, yeah, sure. And then Hawk just kept going. I was like, all right, dude. No.
All right.
The thing is, if TL flops, we can go Luthier LC like from week 3 on.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Rob you,
Yeah.
and then
Who's your OU son?
well, London is
Oh,
starting,
yes.
so you three, and we have Skype as backup. If TL flops or London or whatever, we need to change it up. So that's part of why we paid so much for both Luthier and Rob.
Yeah, honestly, I feel like this is the type of team that, like, for what it proposed to do, it did really well. Like, if you're going to pay 40K for one player, I think this is a really good way to, like, salvage the rest of the team.
Yeah, pretty similar to the Shoguns in my opinion, based on that.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's see.
And I mean, I do think EO is worth that much.
Oh, I easily agree. Like his record the past
Yeah.
3 tournaments, not just snake tournaments, it's like fucking 23-5 or some shit, 23-6.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
That
Like,
is amazing.
The thing is also when, for the most expensive player, it doesn't really matter how much he's worth. It's always going to be an overpay because there's 2 teams or 3 going for him.
yeah,
So you have to commit if you want to.
Yep, I agree.
but
with that.
yeah,
We had
just like
we had him at
Thinking right off the bat.
40K tops, and he went for 39. So it was
go.
pretty much.
Oh, you said you
Yeah.
had capped at 40 for EO?
You guys
Yeah,
might be the only
like,
team that like properly estimated an expensive player's price then, because I think no other team expected anybody to go that high, like TDK.
Yeah.
Especially.
We had 35 for Tala, but I think they end up stopping at
No,
like
you're just lucky
32,
Tony
45.
didn't upbid you, because he totally could have.
Yeah. Tony said pre-draft. You wouldn't go over 30. Less.
I Talal won a tiebreaker finals game for us. I just be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. It is what it
I
is.
have to retain Talal after this, so I need to
Yeah. You
stay
don't
on
want them
good
to be mad
terms.
at you.
I mean, they're not gonna be mad.
Exactly.
There's no way they'd be mad costing 3 more K from Tony.
No, it's just like I tried to find like
It's
a
principle.
No, yeah,
like
it's
a
fine.
nice number to stop, you know.
Yeah. So I would
Yeah,
say
Like I
Then
didn't want to
Ninja
give it
Dog
to you
kept
guys for
doing it.
free, but I also yeah. You know what I mean.
it's a little funny because I think EO is undisputedly number 1 OU, and I think he was ranked literally 1.00 average.
Yeah, he was
But I'm
unanimous
not very
number one.
high on Rob Jr. and Sky Penguin as OU players. I think Rob will go 4-5 minimum, which I guess is pretty good. But like,
Minimum,
it
I'm
just,
not
like,
so
pops
sure.
off. You think? What do you think?
Well, Rob has gone like 1-6 in OU as well
Oh,
in
he has?
SPL, right?
Yeah, he hasn't done well.
On the Tigers,
Was that SPL 11?
I think so.
Oh, I was ether
Yeah.
during
I'm not-
that time. That's probably why.
I think
I-
we're pretty decent, honestly.
I like. I agree. Rob's very good, but I think he's significantly better for a full season in UU
Oh,
Yeah.
than
I agree.
OU.
Yeah.
And like track records in the past, I think this is a lot of money for OU Rob Jr.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
I understood the reasoning that Garay gave, that this gives them flexibility to move Luthier to LC and then Rob to UU and then bring both Sky Penguin and London Beats to OU. I get that, but that's a lot of money for starting OU Rob Jr. in case of having to rotate to me.
Yeah.
Yo,
Could have drafted, like, I don't know, Malekith
sense.
as like a flexible substitute, maybe.
Yeah, Malekith,
And
of course. Yes.
What Gary said didn't make any sense. Like, why can't they just do the same thing if they start Luthier and OU and then Rob and UU? What?
Is Luther's
Luthier signed up for only UU.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That does make
You know,
sense.
I'm not a fan of this kind of culture we're creating where you could just sign up for a tier that you don't plan on.
Yeah, I
doing.
think this rule is good.
Like, I don't know. But
Dude,
there's
it's
no
only
other
2
way to
weeks
do
too.
there's
Like,
other
you can
way to
abuse
do
it so hard.
Either you don't enforce it or you enforce it for the whole season, bar
I agree.
special conditions that the TDs can approve or some shit. I don't know.
With
there
special
should be a
conditions,
price
you get
limit
your
on it.
con. Then that means the hosts have to make a decision, and who knows, Wigglytuff might host one day, and then you can't do that.
Oh, boy, don't even joke about that.
No, exactly. That's what I'm saying. You cannot make the hosts decide anything. They cannot have judgment on anything. They just need to read a rule and enforce it.
Yeah,
And
like,
bold the
if
name.
You have to sign up for the tier. You can't play it.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
if Tony
there's
didn't update
either no
last month-
exceptions or there's a time, whether it's 2 weeks, 4 weeks, or the whole season, whatever.
2 weeks
You
is
cannot-
nonsense. I don't think the rule makes any sense.
Yeah.
You cannot do
think
like a
it's
special
awesome.
exception at all.
Yeah, like say if Tony didn't update Osna, then Lily would have got like RU for 7 weeks from him for about like 13K or something. Like,
Yeah.
it would have been crazy.
Yeah, Tony's
Do
literally.
you really think I would have been the only one?
You
I
were
mean,
the
I think
only other
Alex was
one.
worth, like 17, but like an OU, but I don't know. Like people don't really want to get him because he probably talked to them. If people were interested, he was probably like, I'm not gonna try or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. This rule is just weird.
Anyway.
It's not a fan.
About the team, I think this team is like really good, but also has a few pretty weak slots.
Yeah.
Like I think Heel, Ryza, and potentially Luthier is all kind of mid compared to the rest of the pool. I don't think they're gonna perform super crazy.
Rise
And I
is
think,
like-
Like for Ryza, by the way. Do you guys have a PU builder?
Yes, we have.
Specs.
Specs. Yeah.
Okay. That's
Oh,
good.
Specs
That's
is a
smart.
good builder, but Ryza feels like the kind of guy.
Specs is awesome.
Doesn't Ryza just bitch about black and white OU all day long?
Yeah.
Equivocally, whatever the word is, he hates probably
Oh,
PU
no.
the same, right? Like he probably
Ryza has a PhD in ventrinating of complaining.
Yeah, no. Ryza is up
24/7.
there with the worst complainers on Smogon for sure.
He also doesn't play as well as Finch. Like I think he's not a great player.
Yeah, like if he goes 0-2, what's gonna happen? Do you think he's gonna be like, oh, that was fine. I'll just pick it up in the future weeks. No, he's gonna be like, I hate this tier. I hate black and white. Like get me out. And then who do you guys use to put Specs in? I guess I think Specs would be a better starter than Ryza. In fact, I think he would care way more and probably do better.
I think Specs is a very good substitute pickup given Ryza as a starter. I think that's smart. Because he needed a builder and like Laxet might need a backup too.
Vector's really good in Snake last year too. As a
I
teammate.
think this game improves a lot. By the way, if they move Luthier to LC and
easily,
Rob to
I
UU,
agree.
like both of those slots get way better
Dude,
than they
they
were
have
before.
literally UU, Rob, RU Nat, and you Rodri, and then LC Luthier, and that's like pretty high up there for
And
each
EO
of the
too,
respective
yeah.
tiers. I mean, obviously EO, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, if they
Yeah, I
if they
think that
did plan on
change should be
making the
made.
switch at week 3, then I think they get a huge buff. But maybe they're seeing something that we're not because they planned this whole thing. So we'll see.
Another issue is this is probably the worst doubles. It's paraplegic Major Bowman, both 3K, I think.
Paraplegic had a good
Yeah,
snake
I think
though.
so.
I thought like a pretty good snake.
I think it was average.
No, I think he went like 4 or 5 maybe.
Oh really?
Damn.
Okay.
He was on Finch's team, right?
Yeah, he was on.
Yeah.
The Evago.
Yeah.
You
I really like.
you're-
They'll both be active, both Para and Major Bowman. But I'm not sure if either of them will win a lot.
Dude, you know you're getting washed up at the game when you see Major Bowman and you think he's the weakest player in a doubles pool.
Oh
That's
shit!
insane.
True. He used to be the goat.
I'm so
right?
he
Like,
was.
He was
Yeah.
retained
no,
2 years in a row. I'm pretty sure, maybe 3.
I think he's like historically the best doubles player. Probably.
He had like
on
2 good
Smogon.
SPLs.
He's had bad tournaments too.
Yeah,
He's
Yeah, I
not
wouldn't say
as
he's
good
the
as-
best.
he's not at all in consideration for historically to go. I don't think.
Oh, who is then? Who is?
Biosci.
Is that?
Biosci,
Oh,
Stacks.
I know.
God,
Biosci is
Stacks.
easily the like
Biosci is so
SPL
good.
team tour goat.
Oh yeah.
I think
I thought
Stacks
him
might
and
have had
Bowman were
better
like.
tournaments though overall. I'm not sure.
He did, but he also played way less. Like Biosci
Yeah,
has
Stacks
played
doesn't-
for years, and
Stacks doesn't play
Stacks
that much.
played like 3 times.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, some guy.
Hmm,
We're
yeah.
also missing FC and Teal 6. Teal is a interesting case. I don't know how much he's actually gonna care, but I think Teal's just naturally he knows. I mean, he's been playing a while. He knows how to play Pokemon.
I kind of understand the teal move because, like the LC pool is in a way that after the top 3, there's just a big gap where it's like
Third guy.
anyone's game for the rest of the wins mostly. And with teal, you get someone that's at least experienced in team tournaments
Yeah.
and won't be like afraid of the occasion. And we have a lot of people outside of teal in that like cheaper range of LC players that haven't played a team tournament before.
That's very true. Yeah. Well,
It just
Garay-
depends, you know. If you bring an unranked Pokemon that doesn't have an analysis on site, teal will not know what it does.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Spinnerack.
But at the same time,
Yeah,
how
he'll
many
barely know the
Pokemon in
typing.
LC
He has to hover over the monster.
How many
He will
Pokemon in
know-
LC can you even use?
He
like
will
that,
know
though?
because now he definitely will know because he'll have suggested using that one before.
True.
Like,
That's true.
First thing he did in the LC channel was post Sash DD Charmander.
Oh my god, genius! Actually,
Yo, leaking strategies.
yeah, Teal's
Come
gonna be
on,
mad,
Kurt.
bro. We're gonna tell him use that.
Yeah, I think buying Teal with Luthier is pretty good.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna
Yeah,
get.
me too. I think if you're gonna do cheap LC, get someone that has some experience. I get that.
And
I
build.
definitely get that.
Uh-huh.
Exactly. So it makes sense.
Tony, what would you say about FC? Because I forgot Gary's on this team, so it's probably not best for him too.
FC is good. He's like middle of the pack. He'll be extremely active. Gary and FC will have no problem getting a team done every week. They'll be creative. It's just a matter of pressure and how will the playing go.
Right. So pretty
Because
standard
he-
player.
Yeah, he lost to the top players mostly in Uber's Premier League this year. So maybe that's a bad omen, but we'll see how it goes. He has Garay's support, which is very good. I work with Garay in Uber's Premier League, and his ideas were really good. So
Garay has always
think they'll
been
be fine.
the best Ubers player to me. Just like
Why do you all call him Garay?
I say
Because
Gary.
that's what he wants to be called.
It's not Gary. It's Garay.
Oh, really? I said Gary.
Yes.
Yeah,
Wait,
I,
wait,
I have no idea.
I say Gary too.
It's not Gary.
Yo, Gary, can you elucidate?
Yes, it's Garay.
Garay.
There it is.
Okay, I'm gonna call you
It's
Gary
close.
anyway.
That's mean. That's mean.
Yo, it's not.
Um,
Alright.
All right,
It's fine.
ranking. This is
Yeah.
okay.
Wait, okay, hold on. One thing. You said if Ryza starts O2, what happens then? What about Nat in that same way, though?
I don't
Isn't
think-
that
I don't
a
think
bigger
Nat will
problem?
Even start O2. I think, like, I actually think Naz.
Right.
I mean, okay, so people
Like last
beating
year?
me- people beating me just makes me think they're just way better than they probably are. But I think Nat will do really well. So
Who does not play week 1, week 2?
that's.
I mean,
That's a
we
very
have-
important
If Nat
question.
plays CBB or
I
some
mean,
shit, that
we
could.
He
have-
plays Stormflash week 1.
Oh.
Oh god.
Never mind.
Oh boy.
That's huge.
No.
That's
Okay,
big
we-
news.
We have
The Heat Flash.
okay. We have confidence in that, but if
I
for
mean,
some reason
worst.
she does bad in RU, we still get to OU Nat,
That's
RU
true.
Luthier, UU Rob.
Well, are you Luthier? I don't know about that, but Nat to OU is good too. Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
And yeah, I guess so. I don't know.
I think
I still feel like she's gonna quit though.
I mean, only if she does bad, right? Like she has to do.
Yeah, I
bad
mean,
to
yeah.
quit.
If we are looking at that scenario where she does go 0-2 or 0-3 or whatever, first 3 weeks, I do think she'll just. I don't know.
who does she play week 2?
Like history repeats itself. That's
Week
just
2 is
how it happens.
also important. Who's the week 2 matchup?
Does anyone have the schedule in front of them? What's week 2 for Nat?
Charm Flash?
Uh,
No, just week 1.
Let me
Let me
see.
check. I think
Week 2 is the Shoguns, so that is
The Franklin.
Oh.
the Franklin.
Well, that's a confidence probably. Like I'm sure Franklin.
Yeah,
will do, but
that
I
is a
think
loss.
it's
No.
better. All right. Any closing thoughts on the Gibles before we rank them?
I think they're good.
I think
That's
they're
pretty
good.
good.
High
They can be
upside.
better.
If slots like Rodri and Teal like produce wins, they'll be good. The main issue I have is the only one I would say really guarantees wins is EO.
Right.
Nobody else is like to me a lock every week because
a good
big
point.
spending players like Rob Jr., OU, Luthier, UU are kind of question marks,
Yeah.
Hey,
and
question
they
mark.
combined for 40K of their budget. So
Rodri.
I think if they make the
Rodri's
switch,
probably
they're
the
easily A
closest.
tier, but without
I
that,
think
I'm
that
not
by
sure.
definition, they should be in suboptimal because Rob Jr. is in OU, which is suboptimal.
That's fair.
Okay.
Yes. Okay, then.
I have to say,
That's fair. I don't disagree honestly. Do you guys want to try
Yeah,
to
I-
organize this shit? So we don't actually have
Yeah.
4 contenders. Do you think we should move a team from
All
average? to
right, we
contenders?
dev. All right, listen. There is an objective best team. That slot cannot be left empty. Like that has to be
Well,
filled
what's
with
the
something.
objective best team? Is it the Spartans?
Oh, I don't. No. I mean, there has to be.
Oh, okay, that's fair.
Like, I mean, we just have to figure it out. We have to figure out what the.
Okay, I think I would make a case for the Spartans because I think they have many slots that are gonna do very well. Like I'm thinking OU, all the OUs should do well. Doubles probably should do well. Ubers, UU, and RU and PU I think are maybe not amazing, but I think they'll do pretty well too.
I mean, probably. It's just you don't know for sure
Yeah, we
because
don't know for sure.
Ubers, NU, PU, LC have never started in Snake or SPL before.
Yep.
So we just have to find out.
Yeah.
I think men's meet always wins though. Like legit,
Men's meet's
every
awesome.
tour gets wins.
Yeah, he's a steal.
I mean,
think he
if
has
I
less
had
than
to,
10K.
if I had to choose one team to be the best, just so we have an S rank team, it would either be the Spartans or my own. So I don't think you guys think my own team is good.
I think your team is good.
So-
I just don't think it's as good as the Spartans.
Yeah, so I'd say we should put the Spartans as probably they're
Does
pretty
anyone
good in
disagree
my
with
opinion.
this?
I do.
Okay.
I don't think
Me
they're
too.
the
Make
best
your
team.
case. Make your case.
I think I don't know. I think both Machines and Platoon are better than the Spartans.
Machines and
Really?
Platoons.
Yeah.
I think I can make a case for Platoons maybe being the best team.
Okay.
I'm gonna bring that up as well. Yeah.
I think I'm starting to think
Right.
we don't actually have an undisputed best team then. Like, or at least one that
Yeah.
we can make a consensus with, right? Like, I don't think that's the case. Like, I would say
No.
Spartans is best. Elodin would say that TDK would say the others are. Bush would say the others are. Snaga would probably say his team is. Tony would say his team.
Wait, did you
maybe there
rate the
isn't
teams with
actually a
us and RU and then Ruffed and OU, or
What'd
did
you
you
say?
rate them like that? Did you
Yeah,
rate
we did
the-
do that. We did do that. We did do that.
Okay. Yeah, that makes
All
sense.
right, then once again, Garay is the tiebreaker.
All right, Garay. What's your best team out of the three?
I think it's probably the Spartans for me.
All right.
Right.
So
There you go.
And we
I'm
do
okay
we
with
play
putting-
them week 1, so
oh, nice. That'll be
I'm,
good.
I'm fine with beating the top team week 1.
So I honestly don't know if the gap between the Spartans and the rest is a huge gap. So I would probably
No,
argue
I
to
don't
put
think
them
so.
all as just A and have no as the
Yeah.
clear way better team, right? Would you guys agree with that?
Yeah, we can.
I think
Yeah.
that's fine.
Yeah.
order
Is this
them.
the top 3 then, or do you want to move someone from
I
average
think
to
we should
A?
because that just makes sense, right? Like
Just predict
the next
playoffs,
best
I guess.
team.
Yeah.
The next best team in your opinion.
Do you want my playoff predictions?
Go ahead.
All right, so I told Tony this a few days ago. So here's the top 4 teams: the Platoon, the Spartans, the Machines, and the Shoguns. With Tony's team losing in semifinals and Machines winning. That's all I have.
Okay.
Like winning the tour or winning versus.
Yeah, the tour.
Gotcha.
I have the Foxes making semis and then losing it.
Yes, we know. I think you said that enough times.
Yeah, you made that pretty clear.
A little bit. Okay. Snaga, Bush, Garay. What's your team? I think it's between the Showdown Shoguns and the Foxes for moving up to A.
Honestly, I think the Gibles are better too than C tier. Like, I feel like I could look at the
we
roster
can
and
move the
think like,
Gibles up to B because I would consider them the top of C as we currently have it.
Yeah,
We
no,
could
they're
move them
good.
to
The
B
Gibles are
if
good.
we move
if they
some-
switch their
but
lineup, they're
they-
definitely a lot better.
Yeah, but doesn't that specifically mean they're suboptimal?
Yes.
Like, isn't that
No, yeah,
exactly
no,
what we're saying?
That's
You know,
true.
I agree.
I
Well, I
would-
mean,
Maybe
you
this is
rank
just
the
a bad
machines with
wording
the
for the ranking.
you rank the machines with assuming Alzna is like
We're-
RU, so I
we're-
feel like
That's true.
We're
Actually.
not. Well, Tony, we're not suboptimal yet because we can't make the changes yet.
I would still put the Gibles in B even with the current lineup, but I do think it would be better.
Okay, so we're moving one of the Foxes
Yeah.
and the Shoguns up to A, and then the Gibles are going to be up to B. Is that all right?
Sure.
Okay, so we have to decide between the Shoguns and the Foxes. So TDK has the Shoguns in playoffs. Well, it's also his team. Tony has the Foxes in playoffs, losing in semifinals specifically. And
Yeah.
what does everyone else think?
I have the Shoguns.
Shoguns, 2.
I mean, I'm gonna be biased. Obviously, I'm gonna stay on my team. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I forgot Bush is also on your team. Yeah.
the
Okay.
overlap. Yeah, I think I don't know.
Snaga, you
I
can
do
be the
I do think
tiebreaker.
I agree with Tony. I think the Foxes are gonna make playoffs and then lose in semifinals.
Okay,
I think-
everybody just it's just specifically
It's such a
that.
fun narrative to push. I don't even know why
It is
I'm
fun.
struggling about it. It's just something I want to say.
Alright, I'm
Crystal
okay with
Wars?
that. Okay, so do you guys want to
Alright,
order
Lax.
everything between the tiers?
Lax, you're the
No, I think it's fine the way it is. I
tiebreaker.
mean, it's been 3 hours, right? I mean, like,
Yeah, I
it's
think
been
it's fine as
it's
it
been
is.
a while. Okay. Alright, I think we're
Yeah.
good then. Alright, cool.
Wait, what? Why are the Foxes contenders?
Because we decided we had to have 4 contenders, right? Because it's a playoff, so like an actual playoffs.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, it'd be weird to
Wait,
just be
but-
like
but-
these 3 teams can win and I guess like no other team
Yeah.
can.
Oh, wait. Tony, do you think the Foxes are going to make the finals, though?
Oh. No, he said
No.
he said no
No.
multiple times actually.
Maybe 3 wins in semis.
Okay.
That is not how the story's being written. No.
All right. This looks fun to me.
All right, cool. Nobody has any qualms, any issues that they want to point. I mean, besides the Terrors being no shot, I think it's
Bit harsh.
no, it's okay. I think it'll motivate the boys, which is all that matters.
no shot team in NUPL made it to finals.
That's
So-
true. That's true. It was the Arceus team, in fact, right? And
Oh,
Sensei Axu.
That was semis. That was semis.
Okay,
Yeah.
so the
Too bad I
Sensei
wasn't
Axu
here
team
for
made
that.
finals, right?
Yeah,
was
You were
Sensei
not
Axu
really
made
brought up
finals?
much.
That team was
Don't worry about
finals.
it.
But yeah. I think we're good,
Yeah.
right?
All right then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, cool.
Any
Thank you,
closing
guys.
words, Mr. Streamer?
I mean, I don't know how to stream. I don't even know if it's working properly. I'm just gonna assume it is. And then I'll upload it to YouTube.
Yeah.
Right.
Alright,
I
thanks
mean,
for-
I'm
thanks
just
for
gonna
talking,
leave
guys.
then.
If everyone's listen,
Is that okay?
closing words. If anyone was if anyone was shit on during the stream, just know these are words of encouragement. We expect great things from you. Like
It's
that's
true. It's
that
true.
is it.
It's
Like that.
just
That's all it
for
is. Like we
content.
just expect you to exactly.
So Bush, you're encouraging Sensei Axie then?
Yeah, Bush is friends with.
Oh, Sensei Axie Team Charm. You guys know you guys are like that is straight up. But again, those are words of encouragement. Like just
Yes.
What
yes.
don't take it to heart. And I
Okay.
expect.
Yeah, those are words of
Huh?
encouragement, but I also think you're the worst player in the tournament. But also, it's just words
Yeah.
of encouragement. So.
Exactly. I want you to see you do well. Think
Okay.
of me as like a strict father. Like that's all.
No, you're a sunder.
I just want to-
Sure.
Like
Say no
Like a
more,
high school
Bush.
bully.
Say no
no.
more.
All right, I think we're good to wrap it up. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Thanks to the
Yeah.
people
I
who
think we're
tuned in.
good.
I feel like we had a
Yeah.
decent amount of
As
viewers
a
for most
close-
of it, which is
We
really
did, yeah.
As a closing statement, I will say that we're ready to annihilate the Snagas week 1.
Oh.
I would like to say,
Oh,
fuck
let's go.
Val, Banamine, Azores. Fuck yeah, MVP week 1. And that's it.
Yeah, we did create some storylines, I think, from this.
No, we did. I cannot wait to see how this.
Terrors coming from the depths all the way to the top. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. All right, thanks guys. We'll catch you later. This is fun. All right,
Shout
how
out to
do I-
Malachus.
How do I stop streaming?
Shout out to
Go to
Computer off.
dude, and you click stop.